Yo, what's up everyone? What's up PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J, Bari, and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J, Bari, and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introductions. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their bag like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J, Bari, and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J, Bari, and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J, Bari, and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J, Bari, and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast. A podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up everyone? What's up PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J, Bari, and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J, Bari, and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introductions. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their bag like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J, Bari, and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J, Bari, and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it, I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama, they keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought up. The potential is exponential. Gaming credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get
Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Welcome to another episode of the What's Up PlayStation podcast. Man, what an interesting week we have had here in the PlayStation Nation, man. What is up, everybody? What is up? It is a beautiful, kind of, cloudy Saturday morning over here in New York. But regardless of that fact, we appreciate all the beautiful people in the chat. That is you, the PlayStation Nation. Welcome. Hit the like button. Share the stream out. Get the PlayStation Nation in here. Because, man, we got a lot to talk about this week. But for those people that are new to What's Up PlayStation podcast, we are a PlayStation-centric podcast where we talk about the greatest, the latest, the good, the bad, the ugly news of PlayStation throughout the week. I am one of your hosts, J Bari, and I got the best lisp on YouTube. Can I give myself a trophy? Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, like I said, I am one of the hosts of the What's Up PlayStation podcast. I'm also joined by the other host with the most, the king of queens, Mr. 4090 God. Mr. Destiny, stop the nerfs, please. God. Gaming with Persona. Your Persona, what's good, bruh?
I'm a PlayStation fan too. Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's good, PlayStation Nation? It's your boy Persona, gaming with Persona, and one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew. And I'm happy to be here, man. You know, I'm happy to be here on this beautiful fall Saturday morning with my big bro Bari, and with the PlayStation Nation community, or PC Nation, PC Nation. Hey, let me tell with the PlayStation Nation community and with everybody in the community, really, I'm happy to be here. I can't wait to talk some good news, good gaming topics, and have some fun on this Saturday morning.
Yeah, Persona, man. Before we start episode 102, we lost one this week, man. Special friend off the show. Special friend between me and you as well. Many talks behind the scenes, always was a very upstanding guy for the first time I met him. So we want to show appreciation and just have a moment of silence for OPTIMUS CODE, man. rest in peace, Optimus Code. You'll be thoroughly, I mean, truly missed within this community.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, we appreciate everything you have done and everybody you have helped, and just, you know, entertaining us with spaces, entertaining us with, you know, just your knowledge and gaming, and you know, I mean, just being a genuine great guy. So rest in peace, Optimus Code, as we, you know, give our moment of silence. No, we're definitely gonna talk about it and, you know, give ourselves, but, you know, this is a quick moment of silence for my man Code. We're gonna give him a platinum trophy as well, man.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, any thoughts you want to say on this persona, man?
Yeah, man. The news of Code dying, it really hit me hard, really hard, right? Because it's crazy too, because that day I was gonna do a show, I was gonna put out some content. When I saw the news, yeah, I really and truly I shut down. I was like, yo, it hurts,
Yeah,
right? Because I looked at Code as a really good friend. And it's funny because I remember when I met Code, you know, he would always remember Bari. He would always call me the Master Inquisitor and all this other crazy stuff.
He had a name for everybody, yeah.
He had a name for everybody, man. But one of the things I loved about Code is the fact that, you know, especially when Spaces started up, because even with his tweets were always very, you know, well thought out, well voiced, right? You know, he always brought a very intelligent and unique perspective to gaming, right? All of gaming, right? And I remember when Spaces started up, I would always look forward to Code Spaces, because, you know, he would always do the lunchtime space. And one of his favorite things, you know, I'm not doing no 2 or 3 hour spaces. We only gonna be here for an hour.
He learned quickly.
He learned quick. Yep. And I remember, you know, every time he'd do his lunchtime spaces, man, I'd be tuned in, because I'm like, yo, Code. He would always have this really dope perspective, and him being in that world of development and understanding how things worked at a higher level. The type of intellect and the type of knowledge that he brought to gaming in general, to the business side, to the development side, all of it, it was just, it was on another level. Yeah, so I would always be tuned into Code Spaces. And then I remember, you know, when he came on our show, and he gave us a lot of love and praise. And, you know, he even said behind the scenes, like, I don't know if you remember this, Bari, but when he told us, like, yo, you know, what we doing is big, you know, to have Black people in gaming, and, you know, not running the streets and actually doing something positive and stuff like that. You know, it was a lot of that stuff, man. And I remember, you know, Code telling us, like, you know, he believed in us. You know, he want to see us grow. He want to see us be successful. And, you know, that stuff meant a lot, you know, because, you know, we were still in our infancy stage, growing, trying to, you know, become bigger and whatnot. And, you know, Cole is just a great guy, man. He really was a great guy. And he really was a great voice in this gaming community that I'm going to miss, right? And honestly, I missed it ever since when he got sick. I just knew, like, yo, I'm going to, you know, him not being around, it hurts, because, you know, the good spaces are gone, the good conversations, the laughs, the jokes, you know, all of that shit's just gone off the timeline from Code. And even when he got sick, I missed him. But when I saw this news and knew that, you know, I'm not going to see that no more, it hurts that much more. So, you know, rest in peace to Optimus Code. Such a great friend. And just, you know, I miss you, bro. Real talk.
Yeah, man. This when I received the news, shout out to Strictly when he you know, he messaged me. Yeah, it definitely caught me off guard. Cause, you know, you're in the flow of, you know, you're just working or you was playing a game, and then something like that hit you, like emotionally and just like physically, like my body just dropped. I was just like, damn, man. Cause yeah, Code, the way how me and Code relationship was is when I first met Code,
he was more so on like the Xbox side of things, so we was always debating. So me and him back and forth was always like a debate. One of our biggest debates was always like Game Pass and like PlayStation Plus or PS Now and things like that. And just me and him having those debates, it got him to like even try out PS Now. It was like, oh yo, PS Now is not that bad. Like, yo, there's a whole bunch of games and all that stuff. And then you start seeing a little transition as far as like how he would talk about PS Plus or PS Now and things like that, because he was just like, yo, I was just, you know, in my Xbox zone. And through those debates, so we had a lot of like background conversations, like through DMs or, you know, Discord and things like that. And that was like a constant thing with me and Code, you know what I mean? Having Discords, the whole, you know, Pegasus Nation background talks with me, P-Rock, and you know, my man J-Dub. You was a part of some of them as well, Persona. Like those things, it really helped develop like a good relationship with him. And like when he got diagnosed, I forgot what he got diagnosed with when he got sick. You know, the last message I messaged him was like, yo, Code, hopefully everything's okay. And hopefully you can pull through and, you know, everything's going to be all right. And he was like, yo, and, you know, he was like, yo, J-Bar, you already know the vibes, you know, we going, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to get through this now. And that's me reading that message, you know, especially after, you know, he just learned that he passed away. That junk hit me, bro. It hit me hard, man. And yeah, he was just always a great guy, man. With the kind words that he blessed us here with What's Up PlayStation Podcast. I will never forget that stuff. Even outside
even I was gonna say, even his words, like even his knowledge, because you know Cole was a much older guy, you know, right? So even like his knowledge of like growing up, because you know he grew up in the hood, he grew up, you know, he black, you know, he know what it's like. So hearing about it from his era and seeing like how he even got into tech and how he got into gaming and all that stuff, man. I'm glad that he was able to share that with us, because you know, it means a lot, and it just highlights the importance of like, you know, gaming, technology, all like, you know, just the importance of that, especially in the Black community with us, you know, growing up in the areas we grew up in when we were young. You know, it just seeing all that is just
yeah, man, it's definitely devastating, man. Like Cole was really a good friend, you know what I mean? And like I said, all the discussions that we had, I definitely saw the transition of Optimus Code, and I always loved his meme. His meme game was on point. You know what I mean? And the spaces, like I agree, very entertaining spaces. Code will always lay out the red carpet. You know what I mean? It could be like five people in front. He's like, nope. The Bari and Persona here. We gotta, you know what I mean? These are the generals. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. Like,
yo, he will always shout us out too, man. Like, oh, they go the WUPS brothers in the building, man. Check out What's Up PlayStation. Oh man, yo.
Definitely gonna be missed, man. So like, rest in peace, Optimus Code, man. We're gonna be praying for your family as well. You know, Mrs. Code, and the rest of the family. You know, hopefully you pull through and everything. And yeah, man. Just bless him up with a platinum trophy, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gonna be missed, Cole, man. Gonna be missed, man.
You're gonna be missed, man.
Yo, for real, man.
Definitely gonna be missed, man. But
yeah, Persona, you know, man. How was your week? This overall, you know, this week. Was it a busy one? You seem very busy, man. You was a little quiet this week, man.
Yeah, man. This week was definitely a very busy week at work, but also gaming. You know, gaming wise too. Like I know I haven't really put a lot of content out on my main channel this week, and a lot of that has to do with like I think I've said this before, but you know, like reviewing games and putting out like thoughts and impressions on games. That stuff is like it's a very tough thing to do, because you actually have to, if you're actually playing the games, you get what I'm saying? Like actually playing the games and getting through games, like putting out your thoughts and all that, it's a very tough thing to do, because you actually have to play. So like I was going to put out my thoughts. I was like, you know what? I want to get through Asterigos and I want to beat it so that I can then just put my review out. Same thing with Solstice. You know, I put my thoughts out, and it's just like, yo, Asterigos is such a large game, and I'll get into that with my spotlight. It's just so much. So I really been focused on gaming, working, and and just real life stuff. I kind of been low key this week, really and truly, just because I'm just so focused on games. What about you?
Yeah, man. Same deal here, man. Like this,
and then the Optimus Code thing, like I said, because that the news came Wednesday or Wednesday, right? Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
I kind of just really pulled back. I was just like, that rest of the day, I was like, all right, yeah, let me shut out from social media. I shut everything off, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna tunnel vision on some games and just like because I really needed time to myself after seeing that news and finding out. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. It definitely was a rough week when that news came. I definitely wasn't in a good mood, man. So if people would hit me up on like any kind of dumb console war, BS crap, you would have definitely seen a different side of me, after hearing that news. But nah, like work wise, very, very busy week. But nah, like I said, a lot of the games that we bought and we're playing throughout the summertime, we're definitely playing now, and I've been having a blast playing these games. So yeah, I've been focused a lot on playing games. This week was very like heart crushing with Optimus Code news, and with Square Enix, man, my second favorite developer / publisher hit me with a copyright strike on my channel.
That hurts.
It hurts, bro, for showcasing boss fights in the best light. No disrespect you other Valkyrie Elysium players out there. But yo, I was showcasing Odin and Fenrir boss fight, the final boss fight to get the true ending. And it was a great video. I showed the true ending. You know what I mean? Within that video, a lot of people were asking for help on how to get the true ending and all that stuff. Was helping people out. There's other people within that watch that video was also in the comments helping people out. And then a week later, Square Enix gave me a copyright strike. Removed the channel out of my video. There's a copyright strike on my YouTube channel now. My first ever copyright strike.
Oh my god!
Since I started YouTube, and it's shocking that Square Enix, out of all people, I had to go to copyright school because of this on YouTube. So you have to do copyright school so you can remove the copyright strike within 3 months. If you don't finish the copyright school, the copyright strike is going to be forever on your channel. So that was interesting.
Did you try to dispute the copyright strike?
Yeah, so I didn't dispute it as far as like YouTube disputing it there, but there was another option to like email them. So I emailed the dispute branch, I guess, for Square Enix, and I sent them a pretty lengthy email. Like, yo, I love your games. I like to promote your games. I was trying to show off Valkyrie Elysium in like the best light, where people can come to the channel and see how this game can be really like played, respectfully. You know what I mean? And I didn't get a response yet. There's other person I'll hit up as well, but I don't think he's a part of that division or branch. But I'm gonna still see what I can do. Cause he follows me. I think he follows you as well. He's like an influencer manager. But yeah, it sucks. It definitely sucks. When I saw that, I was like devastated. I was like, damn, Square Enix, like for real? And then when I go and type in Valkyrie Elysium True Ending, I see like a whole bunch of videos being showcased. They're much smaller channels, or much smaller like view wise on that on their True Ending. But yeah, Square Enix hit me with a copyright strike, man. I didn't even know those videos were actually doing good, to be honest with you. I didn't look until I saw that. I was like, oh shit, this surpassed this amount of views. This surpassed this amount of views. I didn't even know they were doing good like that until I start seeing like comments from the videos and this copyright strike. Which was
I'm glad. I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad I waited to like put the boss fights and shit up, because I was gonna put mines up, but I kind of waited on that.
I told him I'm going to delete them. I'm going to delete the rest of the and I'll never showcase the games again.
Oh damn! You said that to Square?
Yeah, an email. I was like, if you guys can't remove it, I understand, but I'll just never showcase your games again. I'll never upload a video showcasing your games. And
oh wow,
Wow.
You know what I mean? That's how I felt now. I don't know if that's going to be hold up true.
I was gonna say that's angry. That was angry boy. I think when Crisis Core come out, you're not doing that.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like Crisis Core, but the thing is that copyright strike will still be on my channel because it removes in January. So maybe my Crisis Core videos is going to be delayed until January. You know what I mean? But nah, man. Let's get into the show, Persona, man. Let's start this show up. You know how we do it, man.
Before we get in anything, can we shout out the members real quick?
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
Yeah, man. So listen, WUPS Nation, man. We appreciate those that rock out with us here on What's Up PlayStation YouTube channel. Decided to become a member of the channel, support us. Me and Bari, y'all know we appreciate y'all so much. So shout out to the WUPS Nation. If you want to become a member, the link to that is in the description. It's not mandatory, but it's always appreciated. And for our members, man, we've got Philip Sin 22. Alfonso Carter, How Weird Gaming, Henry Heck, J942, Arc War Angel, Ghost in the Garage Gaming, Vedger, Kyle Ward 789, Shattered Youth, Star Guardian 88, Oolong T Gaming, Stranded Ninja Gaming, Stone, Juan Sosa Gaming.
You ain't say her name right. It's A Stone.
A dot Stone. You're right. A dot Stone. Juan Sosa Gaming, Rabbit Got the Gun, Jay Bari, the best lisp on YouTube.
Feliz Navidad.
Games for Eternity, TTFP Rules, King Thrash Gaming, Rap Basement Radio Arcade, Andy, Julian Johnson, Brian King, Stealth Guy Gaming, Dewan Thompson, Rob Gaming TV, Requiem of Demons, Magnificent Black, It's Me Baby 80, D2 Death. Speaking of we'll probably say that to the end of the show. I know you got a grudge.
Right after this.
Yeah. D2 Death, Light Gamer, DC Gaming, Ice Queen Gaming, John Donuts, Toronto Duffy, Tactical Gamer, Alfonso Carter, AC, Steady Flow, Stir Crazy, Stardust Zero, Gian the Don, J Gamer UK, Cyber Dragon, Unicron, C Fresh 2180, Strictly Gaming, Viper Reaps Corner, Jay Wright, Blue Mustang 357, Damien, Shy City Gamer, King Kiso, Bird, Upchuck Gaming, Bless on Block Podcast every Friday at 8:30 Eastern. Shout out to my boy Upchuck Gaming. The Wreck, Navigator 3221, Nari. The Great Gaming with Persona, of course. The Great Gaming with Persona. Dreology 619. And last but not least, Mr. Go Try Hard Guy Uchiha. Oh!
Yeah, and Dre is also the host of Plus on Block podcast. Speaking of Plus on Block podcast, definitely tune in every Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We don't do that West Coast time or Eastern time. For Plus on Block podcast, man.
It was a great show yesterday too, man.
Yo, I fell asleep yesterday, man, so I definitely missed it, but I definitely got to tune in because I want to hear these impressions, the final impression of Street Fighter 6. But this evening there's gonna be a online arcade grudge match between Upchuck Gaming and Magnificent Black. So yeah, they're gonna be fighting it out in Street Fighter 5. It will be up on my channel. We're gonna have everything publicized and marketed right after this show. But yeah, if you guys want to tune in, 6 p.m. Eastern time, Upchuck Gaming versus Magnificent Black. It's gonna be a 1st to 15 match. I don't know, Persona, are you commentating with us? I know. Yo, one thing with Persona, this man got the jokes. Yo, he sees something bad. Ooh, it's definitely gonna be some jokes in there. But right now, it's just me and Dre. But if you want to come on through, man, so we can add you up in there.
For sure.
But yeah, there isn't like a current pot. I'm definitely gonna be putting $50 into the pot, but
I'll throw 50 in there as well.
Yeah, so if you guys wanna participate within a prize part or anything, you can definitely donate to the PayPal, so that will go right to them. Don't do no super chats or nothing like that. Go to the PayPal so you go right to them after the winner or whatnot. So and we'll figure out the whole pot and all that stuff. But yeah, that's at 6 p.m. Eastern time today. So don't miss that out. But we'll throw up the links and all that stuff on Twitter, or promote it and all. But
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Also, big shout out to Sonyverse 2.1. Appreciate you joining the WUPS Nation. Hope you enjoy your stay, man. Welcome to the WUPS Nation community, man. Take your shoes off. Find a chair. You understand? Enjoy yourself. Also, big shout out to Nariko, man, with the $40 big boy super duper whooper chat. Appreciate you for that. And then Ambro Gamer, appreciate you for the $199. And the Ambro Gamer again, appreciate you for the $4.99 super chat. He says, "Rest in peace, Code." Yes, rest in peace, the Optimus Code.
We appreciate all of the re-ups on the memberships as well. See a lot of people, converting over to the gold trophy. So we appreciate that, man. We appreciate that. And all the people that's in the chat, man, thank you guys. If you guys are enjoying the show so far, hit the like button. But trust me, it's gonna get real interesting later in the show. Also, we have a poll going up right now. And the poll is asking, are you purchasing Gotham Knights? We have 3 choices within the poll. Right now is yes on PlayStation. Hell no, 30 frames per second, big skip. And the last one is going to be yeah on PC though. So yeah. If you guys are interested in participating in the poll, definitely click on top and let us know your thoughts, man.
Yes,
but yo, Persona, can we start the show?
Yeah, definitely. Let's start the show. It's time. It's time
to start the show and let you guys know the games for the week. Once again, shout out to Push Square for putting this out on a weekly basis. Sammy Barker, we appreciate all the hard work that you are doing over there at Push Square. Something that I think PlayStation needs to do. They need to bring back the drop for the week. But we're relying on Push Square right now. So these are the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 games throughout the week for October 10th through the 16th. So let's get into it and let's find out the games that Persona has bought and will review for you guys.
We still waiting on that Stroke the Cat review. You understand?
Whoa! are you saying that I'm breaking promises?
I mean, listen, the chat wanted it. You feel me? So we go.
I did. I was gonna say something, but I was gonna nah. You know what? Persona gonna get tight. So I ain't gonna do it. But the first game we have here is Final Sword for the PlayStation 4. The next game we have here is
Kamiwaza.
No, I just read a comment. Kamiwaza, Way of the Thief for the PlayStation 4. Next game we have. Yo, y'all done with the chat, man. let me focus, yo. Next game we have is Asterigos, Curse of the Stars for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Then we have Carrillo for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Then Letterbox of Paugi for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Then we have No More Heroes 3 for the PlayStation 5 and 4. I'm pretty sure we saw that this was coming, but this was kind of a stealth release, or no? Am I tripping?
Which game? No More Heroes 3?
Yeah.
Yo, really and truly, I was actually surprised to see it released this week. I think the date was already. I just haven't really been following this game super duper heavy. So I think the release just caught everyone off guard because just so many games.
Yeah, I remember reading that it's coming to PlayStation, but it didn't have a date. But I saw. That's the last
thing I remember as well, too. Actually,
shout out to my man Philip Sin, man, because he's the one that posted up. He's like, "Oh, it's out." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." I didn't know. But yeah, the next game we have here is Stroke the Tortoise for the PlayStation 4.
Wow. Bari, when we getting that review?
Yeah, listen, not from me. Not from me. One of you guys in chat can definitely review that one up. Then we have Lego Brick Tales for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Unusual Findings for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Yo, this game, don't sleep on this game right here, man. We have Asterix and Obelix Triple XL, the Ram of Hibernia for the PlayStation 5 and 4. I've played the first Obelix, Asterix and Obelix for the PlayStation 4. It's a fun beat 'em up game. It's very unique, and I think majority of the people that play it will enjoy it. It's definitely challenging too, as well, because they throw a lot of enemies on the screen. But I'm definitely going to check this one out, man, because now it's for PlayStation 5 and 4. The last one was just PlayStation 4. So very, very interesting. The next game we have here is Carl for the PlayStation 4. We have here Fueled Up for the PlayStation 4. Then we have Cubite Classics Tinhead for the PlayStation 4. Persona. Yo, you know what? You knew I was coming right to you after that, right? That's why you laughing.
I'm laughing for two reasons. That and the way you said it. Q-Bikes. Classics. Tinhead.
No, because I was gonna come to you right after I asked you for your review, but
oh man, my review. Let me watch a quick YouTube video. I'll give you my review right after.
Then we have Eternal Cylinder for the PlayStation 5 and 4. The Last Oriq for the PlayStation 5 and 4. The Witch House MV for the PlayStation 4. Winter Games 2023 for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Witchcrafty for the PlayStation 5. WRC Generations for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Let me scroll on down here. Then we have Blackjack World Tour for the PlayStation 5.
A lot of games released this week.
Yeah, a lot of Cobra Kai too. Dojo Rising for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Dragon Ball Breakers for the PlayStation 5.
Like I should care.
Garbage. I can't support that.
Like I should care. Like I should care.
Absolutely not.
What you mean, bro? Yo, we gonna play that.
Nah, you gonna have to buy it for me. I'm not buying it.
Kamiwaza. Wait, did we just read this?
Kamiwaza.
They had it twice. Maybe this game released. Maybe they made a mistake for.
It's probably a mistake. Yeah, it's probably a mistake.
But Kamiwaza: The Way of the Thief for the PlayStation 4. Let me know if this is coming out for the PlayStation 5. Cause I saw that my man Viper was excited for Kamiwaza. Then we have here Memento for the PlayStation 4. NHL 23 for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Nickelodeon Kart Racing 3. Slime Speedway for the PlayStation 5 and 4. PGA Tour 2K23 for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Shout out to my man Strictly. I saw Strictly was posting that. Then we have Saint Couture for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Then Star Trek Prodigy Supernova for the PlayStation 4. And those are the games that came out this week. Let us know in the chat any of these games you guys are picking up. And let us know which games Persona should review. But
Ayo, shout out to Unicron for the super chat. He says, "Hey Persona, I hope you're doing well and everything is great. How's the family and friends? J Bari, 30 frames per second? Bari, you mean nothing to me anymore."
Hey yo, why is it about me, man? You know what I mean? I'm just trying to let you guys know the games for the week. And I read that, you know, Unicron, I'm gonna shut up.
And then shout out to Unicron for the membership message. He says, "I can't listen to the podcast till tomorrow because I'm working. To all the gamers out there, stay strong and have a blessed day later." Appreciate you, Unicron.
Punch out in the face. Yo, listen, Persona, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
We are all playing Dragon Ball The Breakers. It's only $20. So
I'm not buying that.
You know what I mean? I'm very shocked at what they're doing with Dragon Ball. But hey, listen, Kakarot is coming out for PS5 in January, so I'm happy about it. But Persona, you know what time it is.
Sir.
It is time to talk about our spotlight games for the week. And are you gonna break the rules?
Yeah, man. So listen, spotlight game for the week, for those who don't know, is a portion of the show where me and Bari give you a game or games if we decide to break the rules that we think y'all should check out, right? It could be a brand new game, it could be an old game, it could be a game from your childhood, it could be a game that hasn't even released yet. The purpose of the spotlight is just to spotlight games that we think you, the community, should check out. And for this week, absolutely, I'm breaking the rules. Bari,
yes.
What kind of question is that?
My bad.
You know we're breaking the rules this week, right? I got 3 games on the list this week. So
now you go overboard. But go ahead.
Hey, we got to throw it through the wood chipper. We throwing the ruler through the wood chipper.
Yo, you got that
so
ruler with the metal? You remember the ruler with the little metal thing?
the flexible metal shit. Yo, you ever got hit with that shit?
What?
You ever got hit with that?
Absolutely.
That thing hurts, yo.
These young kids don't know about that, dude. They don't know about
that. They don't know about that. They don't know. They don't know what a rule is. But nah. So my spotlight games for this week. The first game, obviously, God of War Ragnarok. Really, you see the gameplay on the screen, right? This is gonna be my spotlight every week until the game releases, and then probably 2 weeks after that, right? So God of War Ragnarok comes out November 9th, 2022. It's set in stone. The game has already gone gold, so you already know we put a lot of time into that, right? The second game that's my spotlight for this week is a game that I've put about 45 hours in so far. And it's I play games. Whoa! I'm actually playing games. Oh. That's a very foreign concept, Bari.
I'm shocked. You know, Twitter will have me believe that you don't.
Same with you. What did they tell me about you?
Hey, now.
Hold on now, Bari. I heard you was a 19-year-old Hispanic kid that just started playing games. Whoa. What is that? Tell me about that, J. Bari. What's that about? Oh, you ain't no gamer. So my second.
Yo, my bad.
My second. Hold on, man.
Get it out. Let it out.
Yo. My second spotlight game for this week is Asterigos Curse of the Stars. So I've been playing this game. I put about close to 50 hours in this game so far. I think I'm at about the halfway point with the game. So a lot of people have been asking me, what is this game? Is it a Souls game? Is it like Immortal Phoenix? Like, what is it? So the best way that I can explain Asterigos in terms of like giving you an idea of what it's like a Souls, it's like Elden Ring mixed with Immortal Phoenix Rising. That's literally what it is. Elden Ring.
Why are you saying Elden Ring, man?
Because Elden Ring is an open world Souls-like. That's why I'm using Elden Ring. But it's a Souls-like, right? Because you do have to mind your stamina bar and all that stuff. Now, obviously, the stamina doesn't go down when you attack, but dodging and all that other stuff and using the weapon techniques, it eats a lot of your stamina. Then you've got obviously your skill points and attribute points where you get about 5 or 6 different weapons that you could choose from. So it's a sword and shield, there's daggers, it's a magic staff, it's a hammer, it's a staff or spear, and then there's these magic bracelets. So, it's about 6 or 7 weapons, and they all have their own special techniques and their own skill trees, weapon skill trees and things like that you can go down to get special abilities, unlock special moves that you can use when you're attacking and things like that. I'm not gonna lie, when I first with Asterigos is a slow burn, and I don't mean a slow burn in terms of the fun aspect. It's a slow burn because certain things that you would expect in a game in 2022, like fast travel or mapping, things like that, it doesn't have out the gate. It's kind of it's like Elden Ring in the sense of like, how Elden Ring kind of just plops you down into a world and just says go. That's kind of what this game's
more like an old school type feeling. Game
yeah, it's a very old school. Yes, it's a very, very old school. Even the look of it, like, even though this game is running on PS5 and it's at 60 frames per second, it is.
Whoa, that's a shot, brother.
It is 60 frames per second, but it still has that very old school look to it. Like it's not like super duper graphically impressive, and there are some LOD issues that you see where like if an enemy is like gets far enough away, it kind of starts looking like they're walking like stick figures and shit. Like it's definitely got some load issues.
It drops the frame rate. Like,
it's significantly. Okay. Yeah, it significantly drops it. Like we're talking like 10 frames per second. So it's not a perfect game by any means. But the story of this game, the combat, and the world building, I really do enjoy this game. The boss fights, I think, are really fun, really cool. And I think this was a lot of games. The more you play the game, obviously you're able to kind of pick up on like how an enemy is going to attack and all the other things. But I think that this game is definitely really, really fun, and I'm really enjoying my time with it quite a bit. Like I love it. I'm addicted to it now because my thing is this. Remember, Bari, I was talking about this earlier in the week.
You was complaining,
I'm like,
bro. You was
I was complaining. Yo, I was pissed. I was pissed. Yo, hear me out. I was pissed because I was like, yo, no fast travel? Like, because the world is big, bro. So if I want to get from one place to another, I had to go there on foot and go through all these enemies and all these. And it's hard, like, you know, to memorize like the areas and memorize where to go and how to move it. Yo, you really got to memorize in the beginning. And that's why I think a lot of people may fall off on it. But if you stick with it and you stick with it, because you do get teleport. Because my whole thing was like, yo, I can't teleport to none of these far ass places and all this other stuff. And I do have a really good farm spot. If you're trying to farm some levels, I'm gonna put out a video on that later. I got you with the farming, right? Where you can farm some good levels. It's a nice spot. It's got a teleport ring and all that. And even at the teleport ring, you know, you can rest and all that, and it respawns all the enemies in the world and all that. So that's why I say it's so much like, you know, Souls and all that other stuff. And then Immortal Phoenix Rising, you know, I mean, it looks like she looks dangerously close, just like the girl from Immortal Phoenix. So I'm enjoying it. I think it's a dope game so far, especially now that I got fast travel and somewhat of a map, because you don't have like a regular map that you could just pull up. It's kind of like when you go into the fast travel thing, it shows you all of the other.
Do you know where is north, south, east, west? Do you know those things?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a compass? At least a compass?
No, you don't. It's straight up like, yo, hey, go to the, like, so one of the areas is like, go to the Fainlane Academy. Where the hell is that? And it's like, oh, well, the Fainlane Academy game
wants you to discover things on your own.
Yeah.
So this should be a 97 Metacritic score.
I mean, based on how other people saying with other games, yeah. But this game, you know, you know, but I love the game though. I love the game, like, you know, because once I got used to that, because it took a couple hours for me to get used to that. I'm not gonna lie, it really did. But once I got used to that, I was like, oh, okay, all right, like, you know, I remember these places because it's large in scope. But then when it comes to like being in the world and actually traveling from area to area, you find like little shortcuts, because there are shortcuts and things like that you unlock and things like that. And the exploration in this game, because it's like a lot of collectibles and a lot of story building through like, you know, different echoes that talk about different things that have happened in a specific area. And then like, you know, there's obviously, you know, documents and things like that you collect. It's cool. And like I said, the combat, I love the combat, man. Dual blade, the best combo, if you do pick this game up, the best combo is dual blades and the staff, because dual blades, and Bari, I know if you play this game, you're gonna love the dual blades as well.
I already have the game. I'm not starting it yet because I don't want to finish. You know.
Yeah. No, I know why. But the dual blades has their technique is it has a long. It's like this stalker dodge where it's a longer dodge that you can do, and you can home in on enemies really, really quickly and do damage. And so I use that as my dodge to get around enemy attacks, attack them in and out real quick. Pause. And then my staff is if I just want to rage somebody out and lame them out and just, you know, range just to get, you know, get some damage off of them while they're doing their attack or whatever. Dual blade staff combo is definitely the best combo. So yeah, Star Goes Curse of the Stars. I'm loving it so far. I'm enjoying it, especially now I can actually teleport everywhere around the map. And then the last game is Gotham Knights, and we'll talk about it later.
Ooh, yeah, we gonna dive into that for real.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's Sterigos. It's on the radar. Already bought the game. It's already downloaded, but it's just like, yeah, there's just a few games I just like, you know what, Bar? I had to slow myself down, bruh, because I was starting up these games when they come out, and I was like, oh, the game that I've been playing, I gotta finish that. So, you know, this week I was finishing some games up, man. And one of the first games that I'm going to be spotlighting once again, SD Gundam, man. SD Gundam Battle Alliance, man. That's the game for the Gundam fan, man, and it's the game that keeps giving. Wonderful game. I gave it a short review, 8 out of 10. Great game, amazing game. You just can't share it.
Did you platinum it?
I'm going for the platinum, actually. That's why I haven't started Asterigos or anything like that. And I'm going right after that. I'm going right back to Direfield Chronicles. But nah, man, I love the hell out of that game, man, because it just keeps giving. Right now, when you beat the game, you unlock hard mode, and you unlock hard mode with chaos mode, and you can just level up your capital. You can gain so much capital. You can you gain more like parts to pretty much like up your proficiency of your Gundam unit. And I thought the cap was going to be like at level 3 as far as cap, but you can even go beyond level 3 cap So right now, like my Wing Gundam is like level 60 something, like crazy, man. And I'm just having mad fun now that hard mode is unlocked. I felt like the game was a little bit too easy, and it made the game easier with the latest patch that came out. But on hard mode, you could definitely tell like the enemy units, the activity for them is much more like they would dodge, shots more and all that stuff. Bots are more active as well. So yeah, man, and the patch update that they give you so much capital now, bro. Before this patch update, you will finish a mission and you will get like 10K, 15K to max as far as capital. Bro, I'm finishing a mission, bro. I'm getting like 100 and something K capital, 200K capital. I'm just like, what? This patch update is like, yo, they just giving you joint. So I'm leveling up man Gundams. Right now, I'm pretty much just grinding to unlock certain Gundams. But yeah, I pretty much got like my favorite Gundams unlocked. And I'm having a blast with that game, man. I'm having a blast. I think people should definitely pick that game up because it's fun. Even if you're not a Gundam fan, it's so addictive just to keep playing and playing and playing. And yeah, there's online multiplayer with it as well. I haven't even booted up the multiplayer. So yeah, if you guys, yeah, my man DC's in the chat right now. If you're definitely looking to link up, we definitely will link up this weekend to play some multiplayer. That's to grind out some of these, Gundam units. So yeah, that's the first game. Second game, Persona. I'm highlighting here, and I know you're interested in this one. This game is called Samurai Maiden, and it's coming out in December. So it is like a beat 'em up, anime samurai game where you play as 4 different samurai maidens. You got the classic girl with the katana. Then you have another one with like a kunai, another one that has like a spear and a hammer. And yo, the game looks amazing. I put the trailer in the chat. I don't want to showcase it because I'm a little bit finicky now on how these copyrights and all this stuff is. But yo, I woke up one morning and I saw that trailer. I was like, yo, what is this game releasing? I'm over here looking at the PlayStation store like, yo,
I see the hack and slash. I see the hack and slash,
yes,
and I'm already on board.
Samurai Maiden is the day one. Listen, guys, this is a day. Where the weaves at? What are we? This is a day one.
Yeah,
right,
this is definitely a day one right here.
Yo, that
this got multiplayer?
I think so, bro. This is a day one for me. Definitely put it on that list, guys. Like, make sure you check it out. Make sure you check it out, man, because this game is amazing.
the chick with the hammer. Oh
Yep.
I'm in there.
I'm in there day one for this game, man. This I like these type of games. So, you know what I mean? Like, you just play them and have some fun with it. Yes.
Yeah, it's like mindless fun.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the mechanics and stuff for these games is just mad fun. You know what I mean? Like, you can just slaughter, hundreds of enemies, and you're just having a good time with whoever you're playing with. And it has that, that Japanese, quirkiness to it. So I like it a lot, man. But yo, definitely check out the trailer.
It reminds me of Shenron Kagura.
Oh, that other game we was playing. It's a beat 'em up game as well. I forgot. Is it Ocean Bar? No, not Ocean Bar.
Onichen Bar is like this.
Onichen Bar had a more serious type of tone to it. This had a more anime type look to it. But
this come out December 8th.
Yeah, come out December. But
I'm gonna get it day one. But between Callisto Protocol and Crisis Core, I want to get those 2 platinums. This will probably get played like probably close like Christmas time maybe, or probably January. But yes, this is day one.
It's definitely gonna get a play for me. But that's why I'm gonna be highlighting the last game here, which is gonna be Crisis Core. 507 Crisis Core, man. I cannot wait. They are. The news is coming out. They're uploading more and more to market the game. And the more I see about it, as a big Crisis Core fan, I'm seeing like a lot of cool new additions to it. And yeah, I'm happy the way how they're going with it. Action-based Final Fantasy game. The story, I think personally, a lot of people's gonna like the story. I think Zack is an amazing character. You're definitely gonna like Zack a lot. The outside characters as well, you're gonna see a different side of Sephiroth as well. And if you guys never played Crisis Core before, I know majority of you guys have played it. There's a certain like cutscene in there that you probably gonna run that cutscene like multiple times, because that's probably one of the best cutscenes ever in like a Final Fantasy game, bro. There's 3 people that's duking it out, and that just a blast. Not gonna spoil it, but I think this is all these games that I've listed. I think is definitely highly recommended. It should be picked up for sure. But yeah, that's the spotlight games, man. For the week, Gundam, SD Gundam, Samurai Maiden, and Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, the Reunion, aka remake. But yeah, Persona. That's spotlight games for the week. We broke the rules a couple of times, but let's bring something back here, Persona. Let's bring something back here where we're gonna be talking about. Shout out to Chuck, because Chuck is the one that gave us this idea in the first place, like last year. The PlayStation fun fact of the week. It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
It's been a while
since we had a PlayStation fun fact, Persona. And I got a question that I want to ask the chat. You know the chat gonna be like, I always knew this. You know what I mean? I always knew this. I want to ask this. I want to ask this, because this is the fun fact here. What was the first SIE owned IP? This is the owned PlayStation IP to go to PC. Do you guys know the first ever SIE owned IP? Sony Interactive Entertainment owned IP to go to PC. I know Persona knows, but does the chat know?
You know what it is, Mr. J. Bari? I know. Hey, I know. I'm going to raise my hand so I can answer the question.
Oh, I see some guesses out here. Nope. Nope.
I see a couple.
Nope. Remember, guys. I'm specifically saying SIE, Sony Interactive Entertainment, owned IP. No idea.
People are really going through hell trying to figure it out.
Yo, they ain't pull up that Google fast enough.
They might have to dive deeper.
Yeah. Ooh. I like that. I like that.
You know, sometimes the skills come out a little bit. PlayStation fan too. You already know.
All right, so I'm gonna let you guys know. The first SIE owned PlayStation IP to go to PC was, and when I say go to PC, not a game that initially started on PC, was Hell Divers. Hell Divers is the first PlayStation owned IP to go to PC, which it released. The game actually released in March of 2015, but it also went to PC the same year in December of 2015. Yes, sir. Hell Divers. Very fun game, by the way.
Very difficult.
Yeah. It was. Like, you had to squad up with that game for sure. So yeah, if you guys missed out on that game, I'm pretty sure it's in it's made by Arrowhead Games. But PlayStation owns the IP. And yeah, Hell Divers was the first one to go to PC. All right, Persona, can we get into the news? The news, man? And we're going to start it off with a banger, man. We're going to go right in there. As you guys see the thumbnail of the podcast.
Hey, yo, real quick. I'm sorry. Hey, yo, shout out to Get On The Stick. Yo, Get On The Stick just tagged us on Twitter. And he said, at WUPS Podcast right now. And remember that movie with Jamie Foxx called Breaking All the Rules?
Yeah.
He put that picture up.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, show that to the chat so they can see.
Oh, let me see. Yeah.
Hey, yo. Hey, I remember that movie too, bro. That shit was.
He even put our names in there, Jay Fire for some.
Oh, that's funny. Yo, shout out to Get On The Sticks, man.
Yo, that's hilarious, yo. You guys are crazy,
funny.
Man.
That is funny. I like that.
I like that, man. We're breaking the rules out here, man. But I think PlayStation, they're also breaking the rules a little bit here, Persona, man.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about this, man, where we're talking about the full PlayStation Plus game catalog lineup for October. So, before they added the whole, newly monthly games for October, we gave our opinions on it. But here now is the full actual lineup for PlayStation Plus. This is all the tiers. So this is covering, mainly this is covering the two high tiers, extra and premium. So the games listed here: Grand Theft Auto, Vice City Definitive Edition. I shouldn't even show that. Then they pretty much showcase all of the Dragon Quest games. So Dragon Quest 11 is on here. We're gonna showcase that more. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, as far as the Ubisoft Plus. And we have Dragon Quest Builders. I actually love this game right here. Dragon Quest Builders. Thought it was a great game.
I didn't get it because I was just like, I don't know. That Minecraft stuff, I wasn't really into that. But
no. Then Dragon Quest Builders 2 as well is on here. Dragon Quest Heroes.
Now you're talking.
Yeah,
now you're talking. Yo, DQ Heroes 1 and 2 is on there. Which, listen, guys, play those games. DQ Heroes 1 and 2 are both really, really, really fun games. I enjoyed my time in both of those games.
Yeah, so the Explorers Edition that have the whole, 4-player co-op that you can have in this game. Then they have Inside. This is a kind of shocker here, man. Inside, this is a great game. I enjoyed Inside. The people that made Limbo, they made Inside. This is a cool game right here. The Medium being added on here for the PlayStation 5 Persona. Then we have Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers is being added. I feel like this game was already on Plus. Maybe it was in the monthly games or something. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I remember. I think it might have been as well, actually.
Then we have Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, Assassin's Creed Chronicles India, Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia,
Jesus Christ.
Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered for the PlayStation 4, then Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which I thought Syndicate was a good game. Then Hohokum. Y'all remember where everybody was dissing Hohokum? I was playing the hell out of Hohokum on the Vita. PlayStation 4. And here's the spicy part. No punky needed. PlayStation Plus Premium, every month they add quote unquote classic games here. So now they're adding Yakuza 3 Remastered PlayStation 4 game, Yakuza 4 Remastered PlayStation 4 game, Yakuza 5 Remastered PlayStation 4 game, Limbo, Ultra Street Fighter 4 PlayStation 4, Castlevania Lords of Shadow PlayStation 3, Everyday Shooter PlayStation 3, Persona. Where are the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games?
Anti-consumer.
Why you doing like that?
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you, Bari. Yo, when I seen this, I was like, no. And I'm more so talking about the classic section, because I think when it comes to just the offerings in general, I think, all those DQ games and AC games, I think that's fine.
The offering in general, it's strong.
But yeah, the offerings in general are definitely strong. But the classics department is extremely, extremely lacking. PS1, PS2, and PSP. Where are those games? Where is Dragon Quest 8 from PS2? Where's Chaos Legion? Where's Legend of Dragoon? Where is Valkyrie Profile? Like, where are all these games from those? There are
Valkyrie Profile coming in.
Lenneth. Yeah, you're right.
That's coming this.
But where are all of the? There were thousands of games from those generations. Thousands. Where are they? I'm talking from PlayStation and third party.
Yeah.
Thousands.
You already know the vibes.
Games?
Like, here on this podcast, we have been very critical when it came to PlayStation Plus Premium, because both of us are subscribers of PlayStation Plus Premium, and we're questioning here on the classic games. Like, why isn't PlayStation so consistent when it came to the classic games? Why are they staggering the releases of the classic games like that so much? Where, yes, we want the PlayStation 1 and 2 games. And what they're trying to do here is that they're pretty much doing PS3 games, but they are remastered versions of the PS3 games. So they're PS4 games. And I was doing some research here, because I agree with a lot of people's sentiment when it comes to PlayStation Plus Premium. And I don't feel that PlayStation is living up to their promise when it comes to offering the classic games. That's my sentiment.
This is my thing too. Because I agree with that 100%. I think what I'm not liking about this is that, PlayStation Plus Premium released in June of this year. So July, August, September, October, we're 4 months into this new service, and we're already seeing the inconsistencies when it comes to the classic offerings from PlayStation. And my thing is, clearly this is a service that you definitely were planning to roll out. So why is the content rollout? It seems like that was not planned, or it's not, they're still trying to get things together. And it's like, it makes the service not look as appealing because we're already seeing the inconsistencies with the classic offerings.
No, it doesn't make it look. It isn't as appealing. The premium.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. The premium tier, it isn't as appealing. Now, when it comes to the offerings overall, yeah, I think these are some really great games on this list. I think that, but I'm speaking. We're speaking specifically about the classics. The classics offering is very lackluster, and PlayStation definitely needs to get this in shape right away, because the justification is starting to slip away when it comes to the classic offerings and why someone should be in that premium tier.
So Persona,
you get the game trials and all that too. I think that's great, but I think a lot of people want those classic games as well, and that's a big part of this tier.
I have done some research, and PlayStation, to be honest with you, I know a lot of people are going to dislike what I'm going to say, even though I agree with the sentiments that everybody's saying. PlayStation has been living up to their promise when it comes to premium, PlayStation Premium. And let's go back to what they said when they announced the service. So here is what they are talking about. This is the classic games category here. PlayStation Plus Premium Deluxe, what they call it in the beginning, but it's now extra. Members will have a selection of popular classic games to play, with some titles that will show improvement in frame rates, high quality resolution compared to their original launch versions. For the select original PlayStation and PSP classic games, members also enjoy a new interface with the menus that allow you to save your game at any time, or even rewind the game if you want to do a do-over. Let's skip the second paragraph. No, should we? No, we're not going to skip it because I don't want people, to lose anything here. Also, players who have previously purchased the digital versions of these games from the original PlayStation and PSP generation will not have to make a separate purchase or sign up for PlayStation Plus to play these titles or PlayStation 4 on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. When these titles are released for the PlayStation 4 and 5, players can head to the PlayStation Store and download a version of the console of the consoles at no extra cost if they already own the digital version of the title. Some titles will also be available for individual purchase. Here is where it gets interesting, Persona. This final little paragraph here. Additionally, some remastered classics from previous console generations will be added to PlayStation Plus Premium Extra plan. Below, here's an early look at the selection of games. That is where PlayStation is going to get away with what they're saying here, because additionally, some remastered classics from the previous version of the console generation. And look what they're doing here as far as the classics. Look what they're doing.
And I think, if
PlayStation Plus Premium Classics remastered. So are they? I'm asking you this too, so you can answer, truthfully or to your heart's content. Are they not living up to their promise when it comes to premium games on premium PlayStation Plus Premium and the classics?
On paper, yes, they are, because obviously they already put it out there that they would put out the remasters of old games anyway. So yes, they are living up to the classics with that. My thing is, all right, you want to add those types of classics, those remasters in, that's perfectly fine, because it's there. People can't say it's not there. But when I'm thinking of the classics, because you made a big thing about these PS1, PS2, PSP games that were going to be coming back. You started out strong when you had Siphon Filter 1, Ape Escape, Siphon Filter 2, really recently, I think it was last month. and they had trophies and all this other stuff. You started strong, but you're starting to taper off. I think it's a weak month in terms of the class. It's not consistent with what it is now. 1 or 2 remasters, fine. This whole catalog is remasters.
Yeah,
for classics.
I agree.
Right? Not one PS1, PS2, or PSP title is in here. Come on, you get what I'm saying? When I'm looking at the classic catalog of PS1, PS2, and PSP titles, we're talking thousands of games to choose from. You really shouldn't even be digging into the remaster section because of the vast catalog of classic titles. And the titles that people really want is not Yakuza Remaster, right? Now, obviously, they got every other month or more to make those changes. But as far as I'm looking at it right now, this month is very inconsistent when it comes to the true offerings of classic games. And I'm talking like the Legend of Dragoons, the JRPGs, and all of that.
Service. I wouldn't even say the month. I would say PlayStation Plus Premium is very inconsistent as far as how they distribute the classic games. My biggest issue is that this is not even from a third-party perspective, more so from a first-party perspective. Why aren't your first-party classic games from PS1, PS2, or PSP not within this service yet? I understand
like
if
PlayStation
you wanna,
All-Stars.
Yeah, I understand if you want to, trickle the or stagger the releases of it, but there's certain games where I just feel like you want to incentivize people to get this service. You should have these things in place already. When it comes to your premium service.
Not only that, but also lead by example, right? Because if you're showing to other third-party teams like why they should get on board, and PlayStation already said a lot of people are on board with this, which I'm thinking, okay, if a lot of people are on board with this, we're going to be seeing other teams bring their classic catalogs to this service. But PlayStation, I don't think, is leading by example with their classic catalog by putting more and more of that into the at the forefront into that classic service. Yeah, we got Siphon Filter 1, 2, Ape Escape, and all that. That's great. But we're already seeing that drop off and inconsistency, and we're only 4 months into the service.
2 months.
Yeah, for 2 months inconsistent, but we're already just 4 months into the service, and we're already seeing the inconsistencies. I think at the bare minimum, PlayStation should be leading by example with their classic catalogs of games, which a lot of that should have been ready to go out the door. Now, it doesn't need to be every single game, but I think it needs to be a healthy amount so that you can at least have a year's worth of consistency when it comes to that classic catalog. I don't think it's consistent when I'm looking at remasters of games that are coming from PlayStation 4. I'm good.
Yeah, like it's definitely weird. What they've been doing with like premium. Like I said from the beginning, I feel like premium was definitely rushed out. It was not ready to go. But when it comes to the classic portion of it, outside of the classic portion, I think premium is great. But I'm pretty sure you just get the extra. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People get the premium because they want the offerings of the classic games. But yeah, the classic offerings has just been way too inconsistent. I don't know why they're being so inconsistent. Obviously, because they're kind of remastering these games or changing their interface, their UI interface with these games. But it's something I feel that somebody should be speaking about this or coming out and addressing the fan base, because I'm pretty sure they see it. I'm pretty sure they see it from the fan base. They see it from the media, the influencers that try to shoot down their services every goddamn time. You see the feedback. You see the criticism. Somebody should come out and address it, to be honest with you, because I don't understand why Legend of Dragoon, I think they already had Twisted Metal in there, but why aren't the other Twisted Metals being offered in here as well? Like your first party games, I just don't understand why that's not in there every month. It's just weird to me. It's weird. Yeah. But overall, I think this is a strong lineup of games for PlayStation Plus, because I do think when it comes to value, PlayStation Plus is still the best service in gaming. You got a lot of games to play. There's a lot of options, but they need to do better when it comes to the classic, aspect of PlayStation Premium, because people are playing extra. $60 more.
When you're looking at that $120 price tag, it's like, look, you definitely gotta make sure that content is consistent. You can't have no drop offs because the money is already spoken for. Excuse me, the money's already spoken for. So that consistency it has to be there. And the thing is, PlayStation knows this. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation knows this. They, lead by example. PlayStation, lead by example. That's all I'm saying. But yo, real quick, I want to get these super chats, man. Shout out to Jemiah, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, Gotham Knights Deluxe Edition Steam code on CD keys for $57.49. And then DD Vito, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, have you heard about CMA not liking the acquisition arguments, thoughts? Yeah, so that's not the podcast for this, bro. But I'm sure at some point we'll talk about that next week on our personal channels or something like that. And then Viper,
I almost booted up a stream or made a video about it, but I was just like, you know what? I don't give a damn about that crap. Real talk.
Yeah, it's starting to become a bit much. I'm gonna be honest. Viper Reach, man, I appreciate you for the super chat. It says, honestly, I don't think the classic games were preserved properly. Yeah, I think there's a lot of issues with it. I think, the fact that they weren't preserved properly, probably the source code is hard to find, or it requires too much work to get it into a playable state or on these new gen consoles or whatever.
They're giving a new interface to the games where I'm pretty sure that having a save time at every period of the game or a rewind is not something that requires extra work. So that's what they're trying to do with all of the classic games. But I'm just saying, why are you not doing that why isn't your own games, you know what I mean? Or your own exclusives ready with that?
Yeah.
It's a scare to me.
Yeah, I agree.
But Persona, man, let's move it along. Let us know your thoughts, guys, as far as PlayStation Plus Premium in the comment section. But are you ready for another God of War bundle, Persona?
Oh, are we talking a special edition? Talk to me.
I'm talking a console, a PlayStation 5 console God of War Ragnarok bundle. And I mean, it got all the glitz and glam. I mean, it got the nice plates that, match the controller. The middle of it is blue. It got Fenrir on the side of the plate. Are you ready for that, Persona?
Well, I mean, I'm definitely ready for that.
I'm lying. But a God of War PlayStation 5 bundle was announced. They announced it the other day. And what's your thoughts on it?
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm very glad you brought that up, Mr. J. Bari.
Absolutely.
Because this was something that I actually really wanted to talk about because
I'm pretty sure.
Why are they bundling a game? Are they not? Are they saying that the game can't sell on its own? Is that what you're telling me?
Are you going to buy the bundle?
That's a bad faith question.
When is God of War coming out?
That's a bad faith question. That's a bad faith question. Why? Let me ask you this question. Why are they bundling this game with a PlayStation 5? It's clear that PlayStation has no faith in God of War because they know nobody wants to spend $70 for games, so they have to bundle the game with a PlayStation 5 just to get sales. So all the sales that we see for this game is artificial because it's tied to the bundle of a console.
Man,
what do you have to say to that, Mr. J. Bar?
You definitely could tell that you listen to a lot of the other platforms' podcasts. So you're telling me that people would rather pay $550 for a $60 to $70 game on its own?
Those are the anti-consumer practices that we keep seeing. They have no choice.
At the end of the day, God of War is going to be a console. This is a console. I know this is not something that you are privy to on the other platform, but God of War is a console seller. This is a game that will sell console, no different than Horizon Forbidden West. Did you play Horizon Forbidden West?
That's a bad faith question.
I'm pretty sure, right? So
listen, all I'm saying is that God of War, if they were going to bundle the game with the console, why can't they also bundle it with a service? You get what I'm saying? how much more successful would God of War be if it was in a service like PlayStation Persona? If it was in a service like PlayStation, hold on,
Sorry.
Kick him in the shin, man.
Yeah, my fault, man. I'm sorry. I had to-
You sound like you grabbed his neck right there, man.
I got his neck, boy. I had to get him up out of here. I had to get him up out of here real quick. You feel me?
That man couldn't get it out.
He's like, get
Snatch that boy up.
Get him the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, he lassoed him up, boy.
Hey, yo. Nah, but on a serious note, I think, first of all, God of War coming out this holiday is already crazy in itself,
It's
right?
Gold too.
The gold too, right? Like it's confirmed, like 100%. It's done. This is coming out in 2.5 weeks or 3.5 weeks. What's even crazy is having this bundle, especially since PlayStation has definitely gotten the supply shortages in check. At least not 100%, but it's definitely
you can see that it's
you can
getting
see
better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a lot better because, like, PlayStation even sent me an invite to buy another console.
Yo, I got one too,
email.
bro. I got one too. I was like, damn, you don't see that I already have one? But go ahead.
And then, when we look at everything else, like, with all these other places that are getting their drops and stuff like that, PlayStation is definitely stockpiling these consoles. And what I think is gonna happen is that first week you're gonna see this mega flood of just God of War bundles, Call of Duty bundles, and all that, right? The fact that they got a COD bundle and a God of War bundle for Black Friday holiday season, PlayStation about to make a killing this holiday.
They still have the Horizon bundle as well. So
Yep. PlayStation is going to make a killing this holiday. They're gonna make a killing this holiday.
What's your thoughts on the actual bundle itself? Are you disappointed that it's not like a special console?
Absolutely. Especially when I look back to the PS1 bundle, the PS4 console bundle.
You posted your God of War 2018.
Yeah. I'm definitely disappointed because I'm like, at least give us some custom plates or something like that on the console, or at least have the custom plates where you could buy it separately. But if you buy a God of War bundle, it comes with the custom plates already on there or whatever. I feel like that's just a huge missed opportunity, especially for like people that like to buy the special edition consoles like myself and all that stuff. I definitely wish it was definitely more, or at least include the God of War controller at least in there or something, just to give it. But I also think the reason why they're not trying to do that is because I think they're trying to keep the prices as optimal, as possible for consumers. So I also think that's why they're not doing it. And it's like, listen, it's just a choice. If you want to buy the controller later, you can. Here's where you can buy it, and that's it. But yeah. I wish they did put out a special edition console.
Like I'm not super upset about this, but I just feel like when it comes to PlayStation 5, I would love to see like a special edition console that's pretty much utilizing how unique or how crafty they can get with the plates. It would have been cool to have like a control, the controller matching with the console as well. I get why they're not doing it. Obviously, they're trying to conserve, costs, like you said, or not spend so much on creating like these special consoles because you saving money like that. But yeah, a game like this, a game like Horizon, any other big game, I think will sell. Even if it's just limited, it will sell out right away. Every accessory that PlayStation has put out, it sells out, bro. You know what I mean? So even though you're gonna be paying, or the cost of creating one is probably gonna be great because you're gonna try to manufacture like hundreds of thousands of these, I think you will get that back by the gamer, because these things go quickly. Anything PS5 just go quickly. It sells out quickly. So it's kind of I'm kind of confused on why they're not doing it yet when it came to the PlayStation 5. There haven't been one special console or limited edition console for the PlayStation 5. Let me think. Has it been? No, they haven't. Not Miles, not Spider-Man, not anything yet. There haven't been one. So it's
Nope.
kind of confusing a little bit, but I'm not superly upset about it. It's just something that I'm just noticing or observing. I'm pretty sure everybody is observing as well. But yeah, I do think the bundle itself is going to sell pretty fast, especially if you don't have a PS5 yet. And it's a major big game here. So
I mean, either way, this it's gonna make a killing either way. Like straight up, this thing is gonna move.
Like I said, look at the Horizon. You know what I mean? People are buying that in droves, and I'm just like, damn, people are buying a lot of the Horizon. Bundle.
Yep.
But Persona, let's move it along, man, because Persona, do you have a capable PC?
Yeah, I do actually.
Like, can you output your games in like 4K 60 frames per second?
Yeah, I got a 3080 Ti.
Can you have ray tracing and all the tessellation and artifacts and all the DLSSs and all of the aerotropic filterings and all that stuff?
Yep. Power of PC.
Well, I'm just want to let you know that Spider-Man Miles Morales is coming to PC November 18th. How about that?
Fire. That's fire. That's
How
great for
about that?
gaming.
This is amazing news, and I'm so happy that PlayStation is actually doing this whole PC movement, because now more people can play great games.
Yeah.
Right?
Yo, that's my whole thing. Like one of the things that I do every night before bed is I get on my hands and knees. I say a prayer.
Yeah.
And I always pray that gaming will just become more of an open platform.
Yeah, just put it anywhere. Put it anywhere.
Yeah. I want gamers to put games I want developers to put games everywhere, because this is what's good for gamers.
Yeah,
this is what makes gaming better.
But this is great for gamers.
My thing why this is such a great move on PlayStation is because all the people that were interested in playing Spider-Man Miles Morales that didn't have a PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 that they can purchase from $200 to $400, $500, they can now play on their PCs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't need a PlayStation to play the games per se, and that's a great thing for all gamers. You know what I mean? So
I think when it comes to like, it's about options.
Yes.
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 I think
absolutely.
The games going to PC and Spider-Man going to PC and PC players modding, Spider-Man and doing all these great things. This is what game is about.
Yeah.
We live in the future of gaming, right? Where, people don't want to go out and buy a $500 console.
Exactly.
To play one or two or maybe three games. Instead, they want to spend $1,500.
Exactly, bro.
On a new GPU for their PC, which is optimally better than spending the $500 to play one or two or three games. So this is why I think gaming is such a great place.
I mean, this benefits us
because 1,500 is less than 5.
And the thing is, too, Persona, this benefits us as PlayStation fans, because our games are just gonna be greater on PC. So if you really want to play these games at the best light, you just purchase that PC. And what's great about this is that you can now pre-order the game on Steam or Epic for $50. And if you pre-order, you get pre-order bonuses. So you get two suit packs. So you get the tracksuit and you get the Spider-Verse pack, which is some of the best suits in the game. You also get early access to the Gravity Well gadget, and you get 3 skill bonus. You get 3 skill points early.
Are you serious?
Yes. If you pre-order the game. If you pre-order,
real talk. That is really pro-consumer. Like, PlayStation. Wow. Like, this is such a turnaround from like the PlayStation 3 generation. Like, wow. Like the fact that they're doing this for PC. My God, let me run out and go pre-order this now, because this is the pro-consumer practices that I've been speaking so much about
Absolutely.
that I want PlayStation to do. Wow.
My question for you is that, are you going to play this on your 3080 Ti, or are you gonna save it until you play it on your 4090 card?
I'm gonna be honest with you, J Bari.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to sully the awesome practices that PlayStation has done here.
Mm-hmm.
I am actually going to wait till my $1,500 4090 comes in.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go and play this game. Because a game of this caliber from a company of that caliber that is so pro consumer and will put their games on PC and not force me to go spend $500 for a console.
Absolutely.
It deserves to be played in the best light on the best graphics card.
You want it to be played in the best platform to play the game. Yeah.
What about you? Are you going to pick this up for your 3080? Do you have a 3080 Ti as well, right? Or 3090? What are you going to do?
I have a 3080 Ti. I will be getting a 4090, but I think I want to dabble, benchmark the game on my 3080 Ti before I do on my.
That's what game is all about, Bari. Benchmarks.
Yeah. I'm going to put out a video. I'm going to put out a 2 to 3 minute video saying this is how you the benchmarks on the 3080
That
Ti.
is gaming. That is gaming in 2022. That is pro consumer. I love it.
You're telling me.
Oh boy, I'm so happy.
But can't wait for this game to come out on PC where I can play it in the best light. And this is the best performing way how to play PlayStation games going forward. So
absolutely,
this is a great move. This is a great move because the PlayStation gamer, we're going to benefit from their game being showcased best on PC.
Absolutely. Good on PlayStation.
Yeah, I appreciate all the hard work that they have done, and I'm very happy that it's coming soon. Coming soon.
Yep. Can't wait.
Let's move it along now, guys. We got a sale to talk about, Persona, man. Big sale.
What's that?
On the PlayStation Store. And the reason why I put this one up here is due to the fact that now we have PlayStation Stars that benefits you when you buy games digitally on the PlayStation Store. And them having like a big sale on their store, I think a lot of people can level up their points when it comes to this. So there's a big sale. I'm not gonna go through all the games here, but there's a lot of games here, and
there's a lot of games.
Yeah, the promotion started this Wednesday, and it ends on the 26th of October. So as you can see, it's a lot of games here. Make sure y'all pick up this too: Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Inokami Chronicles. We have all the Dragon Ball Z stuff here. I think God of War is on here. Yeah, the God of War.
Yeah, God of War 3 and God of War 2018 is on it as well.
Which you guys should already have that, but just in case you don't have it. But yeah, one thing I do like about like digital is that they're, especially since I've been all digital, from the PS3 days I've been all digital, late PS3 days, sales have been much more consistent. Like there'll be a sale like every single month. And now that you have something like Stars, I think that would further incentivize people to check out the PlayStation Store or even buy some of these games on like a really, really cheap sale. But yeah, just want to let people know that. What's your thoughts on this sale? Anything you picking up or anything that caught your eye? Oh, for those people that's getting ready for Bayonetta, you can buy Bayonetta and PS4 right now and get ready for that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, most of the stuff I already own, so I'm just like, I'm fine. I'm good with it. It's a cool sale though.
Yep. Yo, so
also a good way to build up the points though too. 'Cause I think I'm at like 4,000. So yeah, it's definitely a good way to build up them points.
Yeah, I've been spending my points buying up these digital collectibles, man. My little showcase thing looking kind of lovely right now. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm falling off. I gotta do that as well. I didn't buy none of the Ape Escape ones, so I'm gonna buy that.
So Persona, we have some really interesting news this week when it comes to Gotham Knights. Before we get into the whole frame rate stuff, I wanna put a nice little positive highlight on the game. Is that they've been listening, they hear the community, they hear the feedback, and they announced that Gotham Knights will have a free 4-player co-op experience coming later this year, November 29th. So about a month after the game comes out, they will be having 4-player co-op coming to the game, and I think that's dope as hell, bro.
Yeah, I think that's dope. That's really dope.
That's what I think. That's what a lot of people like first thought, which they didn't really showcase that, but they always thought that it could be 4-player co-op, and that's great that the game is going to be supporting that.
And it's also because they on the site they gave more details as well. So the heroic assault is going to be like a wave-based, floor-based mode where there's going to be different objectives,
It's
things
like
that
a
you
raid
complete.
kind of thing.
Yeah, that you have to complete on each floor. So there's going to be over 30 floors, and you have to get through and get through them as high as you can. And stuff like
They
that.
took a page from Avengers.
Yep, with Hive. Yep. So it's going to be 30 floors and different objectives and things that you complete, which I think is cool. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they had a very interesting FAQ here, answering a lot of questions on the game. I find it funny though, Persona. There was one question that wasn't asked in this FAQ, but
it was probably asked, but they put it in there.
Yeah, they probably was like, you'll figure that out when you get the game. So Gotham Knights is confirmed to be locked at 4K 30 frames per second on consoles, on the current gen consoles. We already know about the 4-player co-op because we spoke about that. But yeah, so it says update here. Representative from WB Montreal confirmed on the official Gotham Knights Discord that the game is locked to 4K 30 frames per second on PlayStation 5 with no performance mode offered. So here's the comment that she said here. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. So it said, I just zoomed to it. It said, hello everyone. Hello.
Real quick, by the way, too, Bari, because there were some people that was trying to claim that this is fake. I actually I'm in their Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So this person here, she is the executive producer at WB Montreal.
Oh,
so
I mean, you don't get hiding.
Yes, yeah, like she's the executive producer on this game. So this is accurate. Like I saw the announcement. It got so bad that they had to turn off like last night. I was like their Discord was jumping yesterday, right? They had to turn off reactions. They had to turn off, they put the whole Discord server in slow mode so that because people were spamming and shit like crazy. Like it was bad. Like a lot of people are not feeling this, but go ahead.
That's the thing. I know people are disappointed with the news, but you got to be respectful when it comes to the developers. They're human beings. They're only human. You know what I mean? They're human beings just like everyone else. And I understand, people's
it looks like DLC.
It shouldn't cost $70.
Is it $70 on the PlayStation?
Yeah, brother.
It is, right? I forgot because I pre-ordered the game a long time ago. I forgot.
Yeah, it is.
So he said, I know many of you were wondering about the availability of performance mode for Gotham Knights on consoles. Due to the type of features we have in our game, so the person is speaking like, oh yeah, this is our game, so this is official. Like providing a full untethered co-op experience in our highly detailed open world. So yes, they gave disappointing news, but I'll be honest with you, Persona, I'm excited that the game doesn't tether you when it comes to the co-op experience. I
agree. I think that's a good thing.
Anthem is a game that I think everybody in here was excited for, but I hated the co-op experience for Anthem. I hated that tether mechanic, and the fact that this game is not tethered, very, very nice. But let's continue.
Yeah.
Where I left off at, untethered co-op experience in our highly detailed open world. It is not as straightforward as lowering the resolution or getting higher frames per second. For this reason, our game do not have a performance / quality toggle option and will run at 30 frames per second on consoles. Persona, your thoughts? I know your thoughts already, but your thoughts. Your thoughts.
But this is great for gamers.
Hey,
we gonna get Persona a trophy before he go. Go ahead, man. Trophy that man up.
Look, man. Listen,
Let it out, brother. Let it out.
Listen, all right. Let me be serious, right?
Let it go.
First and foremost, I appreciate the devs, right? I want to put this out there, like, you know, I would never attack developers for what they believe would be the best decision for a console because they're the ones making the games. I'm not going to attack them. Now, there's a difference between, you know, like I disagree, right, on multiple levels, which I'll get into in a second. But, you know, attacking them and harassing them, I ain't doing all that bullshit, man. I'm not. That's just not who I am as a person. But I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, listen, being in this is like one of my most anticipated games of this year. I'm legit excited. I'm not one of these dudes that's out here that just, you know, they want to be a part of the conversation, so they fake
the
hype
right away.
Yeah,
they slander them.
Yeah, they fake hype. They fake hype for the game so that they could just have conversations and be a part of it. I ain't one of those dudes, man. Like, I am legit excited for this game. It's just like Stray. People was fake hype for Stray as well. How many of y'all beat the damn game? People ain't beat that shit yet. Anyway, I disagree with this, man. I'm not feeling this. And the reason why I'm not feeling this is because however they're building the game, all right. They say they can't because it's untethered, blah, blah, blah. All right, fine. Right? Like, that's what they're going to go with. Although I'm like, I don't know about all of that. But my whole thing is, you know, when I look at games like Horizon, which that world is massive, and all the things that's happening in that world at the same time, and it even has 60 frames per second. Spider-Man, all the enemies, all the people, all the cars, Avengers, right? God of War Ragnarok, which is going to be 60 frames. I just find it hard to believe that this game could not reach that 60 frames mark through VRR, through you know, some type of other, you know, FSR or whatever they would use to get it there. I don't believe that because, you know, and someone pointed this out, and I agree. When you look at the minimum specs for PC, it's a 1060 Ti GPU and a 5300X AMD graphics card, which those specs are lower than the specs of a PlayStation 5. Mm-hmm. So I find it very, 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 very hard to believe that a PS5 would not be capable of reaching a 60 frames per second, you know, in this world by lowering it to 1440p or dynamic 4K resolution or whatever, and using the other tools like VRR and all this other stuff to get it there. This is my thing. Excuse me. So sorry about that. I think that frame rate was not a high priority on the development list. Really and truly. And then the other thing is, why use the whole next gen? Because remember when they said that, oh yeah, we dropping last gen, so this is gonna be next gen only. I got very high. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, remember, Bari, we were talking about this 60 frames per second. It's gonna look beautiful, blah blah blah. And I'm sure the game is still gonna look very beautiful because from what I've seen, the world and all that looks dope. But for a game like this, there's a lot of action. It's a lot of, you know, reaction times to certain things and all this other stuff. This is a game that I personally want to play at 60 frames per second. I'm not trying to shit on 30 frames because, you know, never forget where you come from, right, Bari? We've been playing games for 30 frames per second for generations, right? So I'm not shitting on 30 frames per second as a whole, but when it comes to a game like Gotham Knights, because I'll play a JRPG turn-based at 30 and be like, all right, you know, it is what it is. I don't really have a problem with that. But if a game like this, I really want to play this game at 60 frames per second. So it's disappointing.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions when I saw this news. First and foremost, yeah, I'm not a person that will really clamor on developers for frame rate. You know, I have many streams, I have many arguments with people about that. If a game is in 30 frames per second, I can play it. I wouldn't have an issue. Is it preferred to play in 60? Absolutely. Do I think it's better to play at 60? Absolutely. But for it being at 30, I'm not going to complain about that. The only reason why I'm complaining about this, to be honest with you, is due to the fact that you did cancel a whole generation where this game was going to be. You cancel a whole platform where this game is going to be on due to, you know, optimization and as far as getting the game out in time. But I just feel like even with that being done, I feel like this game probably is not ready when it comes to more of a performance standpoint. As far as like quality and looks, it's probably there how they want it, but there's a reason why they're locking it to 30. And yo, we had the discussion many times when it comes to multi-platform development, and people tend to dismiss what we have been saying. Shout out to my man Chris Righteous. My man had about 20 spaces talking about this same topic when it comes to multi-platform development. Shout out to my man P Rock. We just had a podcast debating with PlayStation fans where we was telling them like, yo, multi-platform development can hinder and it can cause a huge detriment when it comes to your preferred platform and how you want to play these games. And here we have a perfect example where, you know, we're not going to get into nitty gritty as far as what other developers are saying, but just to sugarcoat it, other developers, I think he's from WB as well, but not the same branch as much.
No, he's from so the developer that you're referring to, he's from Rocksteady. He's
Rocksteady, my bad, not WB, right.
He's an artist, animator.
Right, where, you know, he came out and said, yeah, you know, developers are always going to develop for the lowest common denominator. And the lowest common denominator is not just these current gen, you know, PlayStation 5. You know, PlayStation 5, when it comes to the digital version and the disc version, it's the same thing. The same thing. It comes from the other platform where they have a lower spec, you know, on console. Where in this case, I'm not saying this 100%, but we've seen this many times. So I'm not a developer. In this case, that has affected how they the frames per second on the actual PlayStation 5 and, you know, other platforms as well. So yeah, this news is very disappointing, to be honest with you. But I'm not gonna go out here and cancel my pre-order. I will get the game double dip on PC as well. You know, just to see the, you know, that 60 frames per second or that 120 frames per second.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm playing at 1440p 120.
Yeah, so that buttery goodness on PC as well. Because I'm really excited for this game. We've been talking about this game for how long now?
Yeah, my excitement is not because and this is why I said that gamers are very fickle, right? And I get it, 60 frames per second next gen. This is something that I think we all have grown accustomed to expect across the board because we're getting it at such a consistent rate, right? Last generation, most games that would come for 60 frames per second on consoles were mostly fighting games and shooters, FPSs. Most everything else was 30 frames. You get lucky to get maybe a story game here or there that's 60, but most everything else was 30. Moving into this generation, we spending $5 or however much dollars on these consoles and it having the power that it has, right? They're really, and I'm really speaking on PS5 when I talk on this, guys. PS5 is not really is it like this super, is it a 4090? No, it's not competing with a 4080, a 4090, or even a 3080, 3070. No, but PlayStation 5 is comparable enough to where, it's a very capable console to where if we're trying to get things to 60 frames per second, it's a much easier task to do on a PlayStation 5 as opposed to a PlayStation 4. So I think when we're looking at this in a broader sense, Bart, can I speak freely, please?
You know what? This is
a PlayStation podcast where we talk all things PlayStation and PlayStation only. But I have to just speak freely for a second. The weakest console in this equation is not a PlayStation console. So what's really holding back game development for third party is not PlayStation. It's not a PlayStation console, but I'll leave it up to you to determine and use your brain, put your thinking caps on to determine what that console is.
That is a very serious point that you made there, Persona.
There's a lot of S's there. That list.
Whoa. I said it was serious. That's all. Nah, man, like I understand people's disappointment with this game as far as being in 30 frames per second. Yeah, obviously it would be lovely to play it at 60. I do think that they're probably going to have like a, VR, what's it called? VRR update,
VRR, yeah.
Later where they unlock the frame rate and, probably have it running like 40, 50 frames, but due to the fact
See
that,
what pisses. Go ahead.
but I just feel like maybe this game was not ready to go if you don't have a toggle for performance mode yet. You know what I mean? Because that's something that we have been privy to next gen or this current gen, and the fact that you're going to be 2 years in, damn well, when this game come out, and you only are locked to 30 frames a second is not a good look for your game. Hopefully the game is fun. Hopefully the story is fun. Hopefully the gameplay is really, really good. But I was very tempted. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was very tempted to cancel this pre-order for the game because I didn't pay 70. I paid like 80 something.
Yeah, I bought the digital deluxe. So I'm just like, yo.
And then seeing the PC version once again cheaper for 60 base price, and then their digital deluxe was like it was like 80 or something.
70.
Like that. Oh,
70, 80.
You know what I mean? It's just like,
no, 80. It was 80. It was 80 because it was
like,
$79.99.
Like consoles, we paying the tax, bro. We really
and truly. Yo, I tell you what, I did cancel. I definitely canceled that collector's edition.
Yo, remember I did that months ago. I did that months ago,
yeah,
bro.
I canceled that. I was like, yo, no.
Yeah, yo, both of us had the collector's edition rate. That was like 200 and change.
300? What you mean 200? It was a $300 collector's edition.
With 300, it came up to like after the shipping and the tax and
like 325 and all that.
Yeah, and I canceled because I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do all this.
No steel. I'm really looking at it. No steel book. No, I'm just like the statue looks awesome. Don't get it twisted, but like there's no steel book, right? No other like knickknacks or whatever. Like you got the art book and all. I'm just like, I'm gonna pull back, man. Like I'm excited for this game. Don't get it twisted. Like I can't wait to play this game. But let me dial it back a bit, man. So I definitely canceled it.
Yeah, it definitely was looking spooky, man, for sure. Yep. But
let me get the super chat real quick. Yo, Henry Heck, man, appreciate you for the super chat. He says PlayStation gamers support the games to the point that where people who don't buy PlayStation also gets to enjoy PlayStation games. I think we was talking about the Spider-Man stuff.
Yep. So we got an interesting topic here, or just interesting news when it comes from Haven Studios Persona, where once again we are blessed with some nice words about what the studio is doing. But here's the title of this article: New PlayStation Studio is trying to reinvent game development. And what they're talking about in this article here is that they are. Let me just read it. The developers at Haven Studios, one of Sony PlayStation newest game development teams, aren't just making a game. They are trying to craft a better way to make games by moving development into the cloud. Why it matters. Game development which combines programming, animation, interactive design, art, writing, sound, and more. It's such a notoriously complex process that creators often joke it's a miracle as any games get made. Haven's goal, a server-based approach allowing for more collaboration, faster iteration, and simultaneously working by multiple developers on specific parts of the game. So they're looking at it for like, this is more so, I guess this will help like if you're working remotely, that you have access to, everything that the actual studio would have. I don't necessarily think this is like more of a thing like they're creating a cloud-based game. They're just creating tools to help development process where you can work around the world. Am I wrong for saying that, or?
No, I think that's pretty fair.
But they got Mark Cerny up in here, man. So
yeah, shout out to my boy Cerny. That's what definitely had me hyped. Like, all right, boy Mark Cerny out, man.
I think of it as game development take on Google Docs, but it's not a document. It's a level of it's a level in your game. PlayStation 5 lead system architect Mark Cerny told Axios near Haven HQ in Montreal next week. Haven's vision, he explained, would replace the status quo of developers needing to huddle around a monitor to compare notes and check their progress. Instead, their game will be built on cloud servers, which which changes visible to all collaborators in real time. The level designer is modifying it at her computer desk. Everyone is play testing it, seeing those changes. Cerny says. So yeah, pretty much what I'm saying is not like they're necessarily making a game in the cloud, but they are just changing the way how development is making through the cloud. What's your overall thoughts on this? Is it something that you wanted to hear?
I'm gonna be honest, man. You know, I love that PlayStation and their studios are doing innovations and stuff like that, and I love to hear about this stuff and read about this stuff. But I think right now where I'm at with PlayStation, I want to see the games.
Agreed.
You know, you know, the talking is great to a certain extent and a certain degree, but at this point in time, right now, I need a showcase. I want to see the games, especially from Haven, because, you know, they've been doing a lot of talking. And I know they're working on their project in their brand new studio, but I really just want to see the games, man.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's like, this would have been cool if things like a showcase has already been shown. Like, now you're just talking about the nuances about what the studios are doing and whatnot. But yeah, the fact that we don't really know anything what Haven is doing, we don't even know what game they're making, and we're seeing all this information here, it's just like,
we know nothing. We know nothing about this.
You know, it's like respectfully, I don't want to say.
Like they too much at the forefront. Like most studios, they go dark for like a year and a half or so, 2 years, and then they come back out with like trailers and a project. Haven been in the news
since 2020.
Since 20, yeah, like they've been talking, and I'm just like, what are y'all doing? You know, like what are we doing here?
I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. One thing we do know, Persona, is that if you use a prepaid phone, you will not have access to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, that segue was crazy.
So we know that
that was a wild segue.
We know Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is coming out very soon. You know, the campaign will be played early, and you will get rewarded for playing the campaign by leveling up weapons and stuff that you can earn through multiplayer through playing the campaign, which is a nice touch. But they're cranking up the security when it comes to, you know, Activision games. We saw it with Overwatch 2, but now we're seeing it with Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. So to be eligible to play, you would need an actual working phone that's actually provided from like a cell phone provider, not like a prepaid phone. So they're saying messaging apps like iOS or WhatsApp are not supported. So you need to have a working phone, so they're not just messaging you through Wi-Fi like with iMessage and WhatsApp. Mobile phones with prepaid plans may not work with the phone notification service. Phone notifications cannot be used with voice over IP. So your VoIP will you're not be able to use that. VoIP numbers that are transferred by local provider are not eligible for the service. Persona, they're beefing up security to try to stop these cheaters and to stop these people that's pirating their games. But is this a little bit too excessive?
Because it's PC only? Nope. Hey man, listen, man. If these are the lengths that they're going to stop the cheating that PC players are doing, I absolutely welcome this for PC players.
I have an issue with it.
Stop cheating.
Not necessarily I have an issue with it per se, but matter of fact, I do have an issue with it. I don't like to give my personal information to these companies like that, bro. I opt out of all of them joints, and the fact that now you have my number just to play a goddamn game, I understand the benefits of it. So you have a much more, you know, I guess safer playing environment because it's going to limit the cheaters. But it's kind of intrusive, man. Like, damn, you need my number? Why do I need to get a text message from you to play a goddamn game?
I mean, it's PC. I don't give a damn. If it was consoles, you know, I have a problem, but it's PC.
This ain't
Good.
This ain't just PC. This is consoles.
Yeah, it
too,
is. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is PC only. None of this is consoles.
Really?
This is for yeah. This is all PC only, not consoles.
No, but this came from PC Gamer. I thought this was because
No. This is all this phone number shit because Call of Duty already confirmed this. All that stuff is for BattleNet and that. All that stuff is for PC. It's none of this is for consoles. None of it. None of it.
Yo, because Overwatch 2, they had it for the consoles where you had to.
Yeah, but this is and that's what a lot of people were comparing it to. But
That's
Call
why
of
I
Duty
was
came
comparing it
out
to
and
this.
said, Call of Duty came out and said that this phone number stuff is only for PC.
Got you. Oh, that consoles dodge a bullet there. That's good. Because
Yeah,
yo,
so
I'm
all
so,
I gotta say is good.
I'm so out the loop when it comes to Call of Duty because I've been listening or watching so much of it. But so when I saw this article, I was like, oh, it's just like Overwatch. They tried to do that with Overwatch because I saw that bullshit in Overwatch and I deleted the game. Like, nope.
Yeah. I was
good.
like, I'm not doing none of that, man. Like that's why I never played multiverses. Like they wanted me to create a WB account and all. I'm like, man, listen, I'll delete it. I'm good. I don't need to play this.
We got some good news though. A game that looks really, really cool, man. The Evil West has went gold. So this game is coming out in November, November 22nd, and is officially gone gold, man. This game looks really cool, man. What's your thoughts, Persona? This is good news.
Yeah, so Evil West was definitely a game that I was looking forward to as well. Seeing the gameplay, I'm like, all right, I'm very intrigued by this. I like the combat in the world. It looks like a very beautiful looking game. So yeah, this definitely has me excited. I have this pre-ordered already, but I'm probably not going to play this November 22nd, depending on how long that God of War Platinum take.
This ain't going to get played no November 20th. I'm going to pre-order, but I know I'm not going to finish God of War by that. I'm not trying to rush God of War. I want to get all the lore stuff in.
Read everything and see all the secrets and do different combos and all. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be on God of War probably all of November. I'm gonna be on it. Probably I am. Plus Hell Day DLC and then the heroic assault.
Exactly. Like,
Evil West
I'm excited for this game because when the first show was it Summer Game Fest or Jeff Keighley show was showing?
Yeah, Summer Game Fest.
This is one of the biggest highlights of the show. So
yeah, I agree.
It looks cool as hell. The game looks really cool. I like it, but
it's crazy too because Evil West and Gungor drop on the same day, 22nd. Gungor's another good looking game.
Gungor looks good too. I don't know if I'm going to get that day one though.
Yeah, Evil West I think looks a little bit more appealing to me than Gungor. Gungor I might pick up on a sale.
Gungor is it's super anime, which I like Gungor, but I might have to wait a little bit. So let's end it here as far as the last bit of news. Our Persona.
Yes, sir.
So we got information here when it came to Persona. No pun intended. Persona. Can I get this ad off the goddamn screen? Look at this intrusive ad. It's right here on the goddamn screen, man. I'm trying to read the article, man.
Oh wow.
Oh, there we go.
Gamatsu.
Man, Gamatsu got this big ass ad on it. I can't even read the article. Well, I zoomed in. So Persona 3, Persona 4 will not come out on PlayStation 5. It's only going to be a PlayStation 4 version. But now we got official date that is coming out January 19th, 2023. It is kind of shocking news because I think they already announced that it was not coming to PlayStation 5, but now seeing the release date, and now we're seeing it that it's being ported to current consoles when it comes to Xbox, but not when it comes to PlayStation. How do you feel about that, Persona? Seeing that your name is Persona?
But this is great for gamers.
PlayStation is surely benefiting from this, right? Oh no.
Yeah. No. They're not benefiting because if a souped up version is coming to PlayStation to the other platforms and not PlayStation, that makes PlayStation look bad, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because there's leverage there.
I was on Twitter and I stated, it's like, oh, no PS5 version, shaking my head, right? A lot of people was commenting like, oh, this is always what Atlas does. I understand what Atlas does, but it's still not a good look for PlayStation gamers. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm so sorry. I hate when people say that and do that shit. Oh, well, they always do this. That doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, like we can't speak out on it.
Still a problem. Like it's just a problem that you refuse to speak out on and get them to change.
Mm-hmm. Because
they always do that.
What's shocking here is that, yes, I understand that Persona is finally coming to the Xbox console of things, but it's also coming to the Xbox One. It's not just coming to Xbox Series X or S. So when it comes to PlayStation, yes, you got to do a little bit more work to get the game on PlayStation 5, because it's not as easy to pour over from what, the whole what's smart delivery kind of thing, what they're saying.
Yeah.
But the fact that the people that have been supporting your games from PS1 to PS2 to PSP to PS Vita, you don't have a current gen version for this game is very, very shocking for majority of the people that will play these games are going to be on the PlayStation platform.
But it's a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face because, like you said, PlayStation gamers supporting them all through these generations for decades now, and pretty much spitting in the face of those fans by saying, "Oh, well, we don't think putting a current gen version is important enough on the platform that really our games were being bought on the most."
Yo, real talk, Jat Move said it perfect here. I was trying to find a way to deliver it how Jat Move said it, but I'll just read what Jat Move just said in the comment section. So shout out to my man Jat Move. He said Persona went from
not me, by the way. He mean the game.
The game. Persona went from only being on PlayStation to being better on every other platform.
But PlayStation.
That's spooky. That's spooky
very
right
spooky.
There. And the thing is, like, if you bought Persona 5, if you bought Persona 5 Royale, you have to buy Persona 5 Royale again to play on PlayStation 5. So you pretty much buying this game 3 times, could be 4 if you started this on PlayStation 3.
And you know what they say about that, Bari? Oh, Atlas does that all the time. Yeah. That's nothing new.
It's nothing new. It's what they
always
do.
New. Imagine you get cheated on, and your response is, "Oh, she always does that. That's nothing new.
No issue.
I still love her. That's nothing new. No big issue."
My issue when it comes to Atlas is that Atlas always do like these feedback type of forums and things like that, and
never listen to none of it.
Yeah, it's surprising that on this platform, on PlayStation platform, that you would do this. There's no PlayStation 5 version of the game. It's just mind-boggling to me. Because personally, I would love to play Persona 4 Golden again. I would love to play Persona 3 because I love Persona 3 was my first Persona. Persona 4 on PS2 was my second. You know what I mean? So yeah, Golden, much easier version of the game, much more streamlined, kind of like Royal for P5. You know what I mean? Like I didn't finish out Golden all the way because I deleted the game off my Vita, and at that time, the Vita, if you delete the game, it deletes everything. So I wasn't starting that all over again. I was like, nah, I'm good. But I would honestly, I would buy this if this was a PlayStation 5 version of the game. You know what I mean? But just due to it being only PlayStation 4, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be separate. Each game is going to be separate. No, I'm sorry.
This another game people would have to buy on PC over PlayStation to get the optimal version.
Yes, absolutely.
Yo, this shit is crazy, bro.
Hey, this is crazy.
This is
the world that we live in. The world we live in, bro. We just gotta hold that. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
But right. PlayStation fans and PlayStation owners are benefiting from everything, though. Just remember that.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, we're benefiting. So if you guys made it this far in the show, here is your trophies. We appreciate all the support. for What's Up PlayStation. We see all the new subscribers as well. So shout out to Princess Royalty Immortal. We appreciate your subscription. Hopefully you enjoy your stay here at What's Up PlayStation. And yeah, if you guys like, more of this stuff, when it comes to the podcast, hit the subscribe button. Don't be shy to hit the subscribe or the like button, man. How many likes we got so far? Let's see how many likes we got. We got 100. Oh, my bad. You know what? I'm gonna fall back. Shout out to the place. We got 115 likes so far.
16
likes. So let's get into the topic, Persona. As we continue this talk that you just said on PC and things like that, let's have a serious conversation here because PlayStation gamers, we are benefiting from this move. So I want to ask you, Persona, and I want to ask you for real. You know what I mean? You know me, and I know you, right? You know me more than I know you, but I know you more than you know me, right?
Yes, sir.
Which PlayStation game would you love, and I mean love, to go to PC next? I mean, you can list 2 games or 3 if you want to do so. But if you just want to list one, that's okay with you. But knowing that you have a very capable and beastly PC, and you're going to get a new graphics card as well for PC, which game would you love to see that's being played in the best light possible when it comes to PlayStation games?
I gotta be honest with you.
Absolutely.
As a gamer, it brings joy to my heart to see PlayStation putting their games on PC.
Absolutely.
I smile every day. I wake up with a smile on my face.
Same
here. I look in the mirror, as I'm taking my shower, I'm smiling because I know that, PlayStation is not being anti-consumer when it comes to putting their games onto PC and other platforms.
Absolutely.
So when I think about games that I would love to see, on PC from PlayStation, love, capital L, love.
Yes.
L-O-V,
love. Yes.
I'm gonna have to say my first game is definitely going to be Bloodborne.
That's a great choice.
Yes. I think Bloodborne belongs on PC.
Yeah.
It should be on PC. This is the future. The future is bright.
I mean, if you want to have,
it benefits PlayStation.
Yeah, it does, because maybe we can get a Bloodborne 2 if they put Bloodborne just on PC. Forget about
what they have to do though. Bari, this is what they have to do. They have to put Bloodborne on PC, but don't do anything to the PlayStation version, because that's how PlayStation gamers benefit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say, because I feel that it would just hamper development when it comes to part 2 if you just want to make a PS5 version. Just go ahead and do the one version on PC. Don't forget about the PS5 version and just do the PC version. And so people that love to play Bloodborne from all the way back in 2015 to now that didn't get to play it would be able to buy that there and play it in the best light. That's why I think that would be honestly that would be very smart for them to do, because you're not wasting any type of development on an old game for PlayStation 5.
And the way that this benefits PlayStation gamers is you get the second game.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the first game.
Not exclusively though.
Yeah, no, not exclusive.
PS5,
it still has to come to PC.
Yeah, and PS5, PC.
Yeah. My second game.
Okay. So you got two. You got two. Okay.
Yeah, I do have 2. Yeah, absolutely. This is the future we're talking about here. The future.
Okay.
I would love to see Wolverine.
Whoa. So
hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Here's why.
I'm confused. I'm confused, but go ahead.
The reason why I want to see Wolverine on PC is because I want to be able to mod Wolverine into Thomas the Choo Choo Train.
With claws?
With claws. Yeah, it'll have big claws coming out of the sides of it. But I want Logan to be Thomas the Choo Choo Train.
So Thomas is gonna be like, "Hey, bub." That's what you're saying.
He's gonna be like, "Hey, bub, choo choo."
That's the voice is gonna change too.
Yeah. It's gonna choo choo. Every time he fights, it'll be a train noise. Choo 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 choo. So it would be train noises. And I also want to be able to mod Logan to be the little toaster that could. Remember the brave little toaster? I want to mod Wolverine as the brave little toaster. So I think Wolverine needs to be on PC because it's just better for gamers because it allows me to express. It allows me to express my creativity and mod up these games to put these types of things in them. So those are the two games.
Oh, I see where you're going with the second game. And
yes.
I agree because I want to showcase my 3080 Ti. So yeah, I see where you're going. I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going with that.
Choo choo. Yes.
What? Yeah, the first game I would like to see go to PC right away is Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, Ghost of Tsushima would be the game that I would want to go to PC because that game would look so beautiful on my 3080 Ti card and my future 4090 card.
Yes,
and
$1,500.
Yeah, $1,600 card.
Right,
it would look so beautiful on that card, man. And just seeing all the colors, and probably can do widescreen and all that stuff on there. It would just look amazing. Also, adding Legends to it, I feel that would be the better move because that's a game I love when it goes multiplayer. And I don't want to play. I don't want to pay for multiplayer. So that would be the most optimal way to play Ghost of Tsushima Legends and do all the raids and all that stuff. I think more people will play Legends because it's not tethered or tied to a subscription service just to play the game.
Very smart.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Very smart.
And the thing is, that will benefit PlayStation gamers because then maybe Ghost of Tsushima 2 will come out much faster on PlayStation 5 and PC.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Absolutely.
So yeah, I think that would be the game that I would personally want to go to PC.
That's a great choice.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
The future.
Yeah.
The future.
Absolutely. This is just the way that gaming is. And
well, it's better this way because exclusives are anti-consumer.
We benefit.
No, that's what I'm saying. We benefit, but see, exclusives are anti-consumer, Bari, right? So even if a company is acquiring another company, the games should still be available everywhere except for, certain companies.
I agree. You know what's the next game I'm going to say?
Oh,
let's keep it Marvel. Let's keep it Marvel.
Marvel. Oh,
the fact that now you have Spider-Man remastered and Miles Morales going to PC, I think it will be a shame. It will be a shame, and it will be a missed opportunity to not have Spider-Man 2 launch on PC as well for the PlayStation and the PlayStation 5. So Spider-Man 2, you can't tease people like that. I think that's you can't give PC gamers blue balls. You can't do that. You just can't do that. You just
Yo, what? Can't even. I gotta mute. I'm sorry.
I think I messed up. My bad. Yo, that was a fun little topic, guys, that we have for you just to see how the chat is going to respond. And all of the people that be saying stuff like, this is a great for PlayStation, this is amazing for PlayStation. I'm looking at your comments and it doesn't seem like you guys were enjoying our topic that we had here. You know what I mean? Everybody was like, I don't see the big deal on Persona. You guys are over exaggerating. This is not
not that big a deal.
Yeah, you guys were saying stuff like dreams and local. You know what I mean?
Anomaly.
Come on.
Like I should care.
Like I should care. But yeah, that was a troll topic that we had here for you guys, just to see how the how you guys are going to interact with it. And I'm pretty sure you guys didn't enjoy that because we went from like 200 and change down to 180 some people.
Yeah, a lot of people definitely wasn't
Let me get that. These guys are tripping. But on Twitter, you guys are out here saying that we're tripping and we're over exaggerating. And but here, you know what I mean? You guys seem like you don't like that type of talk. But let's get into the real topic here, Persona Man.
Yep.
Where I'm going to be asking the question: is this where gaming is going? Subs over buying the actual game. Microsoft took a shot at PlayStation Plus. So, if you guys don't know, the whole Activision Blizzard deal and the back and forth and the leaked documents that's coming out, or the CMA and all these documents that's coming out, I don't know if these shits is leak anymore. But Microsoft,
it's a little hard to follow like now because there's just so much like every day now. It's just like, geez.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy where Microsoft is taking shots at PlayStation approach when it comes to games, as far as not offering games within a subscription day one in a service. So yeah, this whole acquisition got, man, it's looking crazy out here.
Messy. It's messy, bro. Shit is messy.
So he's saying here, shout out to Push Square. We're reading from Push Square. He's saying, in this case, the team in Green's argument essentially boils down to saying that Sony doesn't need Game Pass because it's already the market leader through PlayStation Plus. It surmises that adding hit properties like Call of Duty to Game Pass wouldn't tip the scales in their favor. Indeed, Microsoft's entire strategy seems to hinge on portraying itself as the underdog, despite the fact that they're trying to close by what is by far the most expensive buyout in gaming history. Anyway, the company goes on to big up Game Pass and the benefit it offers to gamers while having a pop at PlayStation Plus. And here's the quote: "This increased Game Pass competition has not been welcomed to the market leader Sony, which has elected to protect its revenues from sales of newly released games rather than offer gamers the choice of accessing them via its subscription, PlayStation Plus." Statement concludes. So if this is where gaming is going, Persona, where you are looked at as the bad guy for not offering your hard work within a service day and date.
The Jedi mind. Is Phil Spencer from New York? Because that's a hell of a Jedi mind trick.
Crazy, right?
That he trying to pull on on these regulators. That's some like true New Yorker Jedi mind trick shit. So listen, the competition is not within Game Pass. It's within the sales of the game. See, the way I'm looking at this is Xbox cannot compete when it comes to the actual sales of people buying games on a platform, which is what brought them to Game Pass anyway. So what they're trying to do is position themselves to prop up Game Pass because they're putting everything in there and PlayStation is not. So what they're banking on is regulators and government officials' ignorance to how the gaming economy is, to where they can say, oh, well, you see, we're putting everything into a service and PlayStation is not, but PlayStation is trying to hinder us from being there because they're the market leader and we're not. Which the reason why you're the even if things were going into the service, even with everything that's going into the service already with all these big titles, you still wouldn't be making as much money because, again, no one is actually outright buying the games dollar for dollar. People are spending more money when they buy a game as opposed to in a subscription service, in my opinion. So I think when I'm looking at this is just I think this is them banking on the ignorance of government officials and regulators because, are we battling, so is it PlayStation Plus versus COD? Like, what, I don't get it. Like, what do we, it's not PlayStation Plus versus Game Pass. This is just the games in general between both and how it would look having something like that in there versus everywhere else. It's killing off the other competition because Microsoft can foot that bill of keeping something in a service and it makes the money that it makes. and then they also reaping the benefits through microtransactions and all this other stuff. But like they're $1 trillion company. The two, like this is what I keep trying to say to people. People keep trying to compare the moves of one over the other, and I'm like, the money that is the cash flow between these two companies are not the same. Like Microsoft is 10, 20 times more richer or has more money than PlayStation. Look at this fucking acquisition. It's almost $100 billion.
To further your point on that, the fact that they can put their games day and date within their service in Game Pass shows that they have way more money than what PlayStation has. This is what's the confusing part about this whole acquisition talk and the whole back and forth, is that PlayStation is now being compared to Microsoft, not Xbox. You notice how a lot of people don't even say Xbox anymore. They're saying Microsoft. Mm-hmm. Microsoft is a huge conglomerate, a huge company, trillions upon trillions upon dollars. And majority of what Xbox is doing is not provided from Xbox. It's being provided from Microsoft, the parent company. So yeah, that's why you're seeing like them doing this for years, that they can drop their games into Game Pass and not see any type of pushback from it, because they're not really losing anything, because they're being funded from Microsoft and what Microsoft has been doing. Where PlayStation,
but that's what I'm saying.
It's a different dichotomy, because PlayStation is not being funded from Sony and what Sony is doing. PlayStation is being funded from what PlayStation earning. So putting something in PlayStation Plus day one might not be beneficial to what PlayStation wants to do or how they make their money, because PlayStation funds itself. You know what I mean? So the way how he tried to finagle that within the argument, he's slick as hell. He's slick as hell, because it's not. Yeah,
not only that, but when you're looking at, when you boil things down to it, the reason why people are, this, even like the game sales, like buying games, if you put a game on PlayStation and Xbox at the same time, people are more likely to buy it on a PlayStation than an Xbox. Yeah. Because like it's the sales that's of games and all that other stuff of why you're not at as high as you are, But trying to say that, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like this shit's starting to get it's starting to get confusing. Like the stuff that they keep saying, because it's almost as if they're talking in circles, almost, because it keeps going back to this Game Pass this and day and date this and all this other shit. It's just I'm gonna be honest, man. Like it's so much going on with these shit, and it keeps the news and all that keeps coming out. It's confusing, man. I'm gonna be honest. It's really starting to get very confusing, and both to follow.
Both companies are going to,
because I don't even know what's being said. Like what Microsoft just said. What the hell what does that mean?
Yeah, because what does that mean? Both companies are trying to make themselves look best in whatever light that they're trying to portray. So they're trying to look at
is the money.
Well, it's a cross argument. They're trying to portray themselves as like, we're the good guys here, where if you let this deal go through, we're going to continue to have these games multi-plat. We're going to continue to showcase these games here and here. It's going to be on PlayStation. Look at all the things that we're doing.
But they haven't explained what they are going to do different from what Activision is already doing right now. Games are coming out, and they have been for decades. What does your involvement do? Activision is making more money than ever with all the different games and services and things like that they have. What is Microsoft coming in going to do?
What they said is that they're trying to compete. We're last place. We put out we put out the least exclusives.
No, I get all that. I understand that argument, but my thing is
this deal is having them compete where they're not looked as like the last place loser anymore. They can use this acquisition to bolster their platform.
I understand that, but the point that I'm getting at is, so you want to compete and all that. All right, I get all that, but then you'll have another article or more information come out where they start talking about, the finances and how they don't have this and they don't do this and do that, and how great this is going to be for the gaming community and all. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, you can't say, oh, we want to compete, we want to make more money and all this, and then in the next breath say, well, doing this will be better for the industry and better for the gamers and better for gamers are already getting all of these games. What are you going to do different? That's the thing that's not being answered, that people keep trying to use as their argument, because Phil Spencer and Microsoft, they're saying that, and then you got all these zealots and shit running around in spaces and all through Twitter parroting this shit, but not explaining how is this going to be better for the gamer, for the industry. If everyone on all sides is already getting Call of Duties and all these other games, how does this make it better? The only way that I see from where I'm sitting is it only makes it better from one side, because it's taking games from somewhere else. So you got zealots and fanboys excited at the fact that games would be being taken from another platform. And that's all I see is the better for gamers argument that people are using. And
that's not even like the argument for real. Like, really and truly, the scary part of this is what is being asked here. Is this going to be where gaming is going? Because even if you keep the games multi-platform, you're still putting this game within your service where everywhere else got to pay for it. So a game as big as Call of Duty and everything else, that is going to change how people consume video games, because now you have the biggest game or the biggest franchise in gaming and service day and date. Who is going to want to buy a video game? Everybody's going to look forward to,
and that's across the board.
Exactly.
But we're already seeing that happen now, like remnants of that happen now, where you've got people that will outright not buy a game, even if it's a game that they're interested in, because it's not coming to a service.
Yeah, but this right here is gonna up the scale much more, because it's absolutely a much bigger game. That's the scary part of this whole acquisition, in my personal opinion. If they keep it exclusive, who gives a fuck, to be honest with you? But the scary part is how gamers' mindset is going to be as far as buying or supporting video games. It's definitely going to change how we look at that with this type of
and that's the thing that's also worrisome, because nobody else can do that at that scale but Microsoft, right? In terms of the big three, Nintendo and PlayStation cannot do that, and that's one of the biggest problems with this.
Listen to the keywords. What he's saying, like I said, you notice what you said. You said Microsoft, and then you compared it to PlayStation, Nintendo. That's why this looks spooky, because it's not Xbox. It is Microsoft that is providing. That's why they can do what they're doing. It's Microsoft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everybody is trying to do a battle between PlayStation, Nintendo versus Microsoft. That Microsoft is not just gaming. Gaming is the least of what they're concerned about, because majority of their business, servers, OS and all that stuff that they do, which is giving them so much money. You know what I mean? So that's why it looks so weird, and that's why I feel like they're doing so much investigations here, because you're not doing a battle here between Sony and PlayStation. No, you're doing PlayStation. Everything in these documents. It's PlayStation.
It's PlayStation versus entire company of Microsoft, and it's like
exactly.
It's not Xbox versus PlayStation.
Exactly.
It's Microsoft versus PlayStation.
But people are missing that point. Crazy. People are. I don't think they're missing it. They're trying to ignore that point.
They're ignoring that.
Yeah,
they're definitely ignoring that, because if we're looking at PlayStation versus Xbox, then the argument it becomes it's a very different argument. But it's the entirety of Microsoft that's doing this, and which is why, because if it was just Xbox and PlayStation's revenues, they wouldn't be able to buy Activision, not at all. Which is also why this deal is being looked at the way it is, because go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's just what it is, and that's really what I'm trying to point out there. With this topic, and it's very multi-layered, but it's going to go it's gonna go back and forth, and then people's gonna be like, "Oh, I thought this was a PlayStation podcast," you know. So that's why I want to end it right there.
Yeah,
But,
I don't want to go down.
If you guys made it this far, let's plat them up, Persona. Let's plat them up. Yes, sir.
102 platinums, man.
Yeah, that's the cross buy version. So you get a PS4 and a PS5 platinum. We appreciate all the support for the podcast, man. All the new subscribers, everyone that has joined up with a membership, all the super chats. We appreciate it, man, for sure. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the podcast, if you enjoy what me and Persona is doing here, don't be shy to hit the subscribe button or the like button or share the stream out. It definitely helps us when we try to do this YouTube things. And remember, there's going to be a lot of changes coming in the future for WUPS, so be on the lookout for that stuff there. And you know what, we're in a good mood. Here's another plat.
Oh, 103 plats.
Yo, well, Persona, man, hit us with your outro, man. Let the people know what's going on with you.
Yo, let me get the super chat real quick from Julian Johnson. Appreciate you for the super chat,
man,
bro.
Big Jew in the building.
He says, "Morning, my brethren. We're gonna have to talk about these Saturday morning time slots."
Hey, yo, listen, man. Saturday morning time slots is getting more popular and popular.
I noticed that too.
just know that.
I noticed that as well.
Hey, man, listen, man.
Just know who the originators are.
Live to inspire.
But me, man, listen. I'm gaming with Persona. It's another great episode in the books 102. For me, the content I got coming to my channel is I'm looking to get this review for Asterigos out next week. I'm playing it all weekend, trying to get through it so that I can put my review out. So that'll most likely be next week. And also next weekend, I'm doing my Gotham Knights streaming extravaganza. All weekend, we streaming Gotham Knights.
I'll take
I knew you was gonna ask that, bro. Listen, I double dipped. So I got it on PC through Steam. And I'm gonna keep the PlayStation version. And I'm gonna decide, man. If I can handle the 30, then whatever. But I know I'm gonna want that 60, man. I know like with this game in particular, I want the 60. So we gonna say 60 for now, tentatively.
Oh, so we're gonna be streaming from the PC. I get you. I feel you.
Yes, sir. Streaming from the PC. Share that screen. So yeah, that's that. And then when Persona Speaks will most likely be this week as well. It will be this week because there are a couple things that I want to talk about that, in terms of Gotham Knights. Actually, I'm putting out a video on Gotham Knights and this whole frame rate stuff. I am putting a video of that out, and then I'm gonna do when Persona Speaks and talk about like some of the stuff with that's going on in the community and whatnot. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yes, sir, man.
Oh, and always remember, guys, like, listen, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a podcast for the community, by the community.
Yo, also let us know how we sound throughout the whole podcast. I know I didn't bring that up, but I changed up a lot of the audio settings. So I forgot to ask in the beginning of the show, to be honest with you. Let us know in the comment section if Persona sound good or you sound clear and all that. But when it comes to me, definitely gonna have some videos coming out. I'm not gonna be live streaming until I clear up all of these copyright claims, which I'm very, very close. So possibly I might live stream next week as well. I definitely want to live stream Gotham Knights too. You know what I mean? Showcase the best Robin in the game. Just to let you know. But I'm going to definitely try to clear up all these copyright claims so I can stream that game for sure. Which I'm a little scared, but I might let Persona be the test. That's the thing. Like, are you going to do that on your own channel, or you want to do that here for WUPS? So we did say we want to bring back WUPS plays because we stopped that with It Takes Two. But
you know what? That's a good. It might be. We could do that on. Yeah, so you know what? We could do a WUPS plays where one of us is streaming, either me or you, and we do some co-op, and then I'll just put my impressions out on my channel and probably stream.
So if
a
we
little
do
more on my
WUPS
channel.
plays, are we gonna play on PC or?
I mean, you want to play at 60 or you want to play at 30, bro? It's up to you.
It don't matter to me, man. It's a PlayStation channel, so yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think we should play on PlayStation as well with that.
You know what I mean? I don't mind double dipping or double streaming and all personal and all that too. But
Yeah. All right, so then we'll talk about it. We'll announce it.
So yeah, there's gonna be a few videos from me coming out this week. Also, today, in a matter of hours, we have a grudge match going on where we're gonna be presenting here Upchuck Gaming versus Magnificent Black in Street Fighter 5. So 6 p.m. Eastern time, guys. If you're on the West Coast, that is 3 p.m. PST time. And yeah, we're gonna be streaming this out. It's gonna be myself, Dre, Persona. We're gonna be in the commentary. And yeah, it's gonna be a good match because it's gonna be a 1st to 15 match in Street Fighter 5. So if you guys want to see some Street Fighter action or you just want to see some fighting game action, be there. Don't be square. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun with it, man. We're gonna have some fun with it. I think these guys are gonna be. It's gonna be a very interesting match here between these two. So yeah, make sure you be there. Shout to my man Chuck. Shout out to Magnificent Black as well. Both supporters of What's Up PlayStation podcast on our personal channels as well. So yeah, make sure you follow these guys on Twitter. You know what I mean? Show some support to these guys that's out here gaming, you know, rather than just talking it up, you know? You know what I mean?
Running their mouth all day. Yap. Fucking yap. My God.
Yappity yap. Don't come back. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for What's Up PlayStation Podcast episode 102. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. But yeah, this show is in the books, and we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place, same crew. Hopefully we have a showcase.
Oh man, I'm praying, bro, because next week if we don't do it's gonna be a tough week. Or we can make Gotham Knights. We'll talk.
Listen, I'm feeling it, Persona. I think I'm feeling it. I have a spidey sense tingling that showcase will be announced this week, and it's happening Thursday.
For this week or for next week?
For this week, Thursday, it's happening. PlayStation.
What's your confidence level between like a 1 and a 10? Where you at confidence wise?
I'm at a 6.5, 7.
I'm at a 5.
It's happening. So if it doesn't happen, then y'all can roast me next week. And
yes, sir.
Persona, nah, you tagged on, okay?
Nah, I'm not tagged on to nothing. This is you.
A 5 is pretty high. A 5 pretty high though.
It's all you. All right, I'm a 3. It's all you, brother.
But yeah, guys, hit the like button if you enjoyed, and we'll catch you guys next week. Hopefully, enjoy your Saturday. See you guys at 6 p.m. Eastern time on my channel for this grudge match for the online arcade. Catch y'all later. We go. Deuces.